Well, she's purring, so it's gonna be a menace.
Menacing the cat.
Very sleepy menace, but a menace nonetheless.
Pictures of Spider-Man. Um, so yeah, we here, we on, we going. This is 53, I think.
Yawn, not here.
Oh no.
Yawn lost at sea.
Jan disappeared mysteriously under mysterious circumstances. Mystery is the secret to getting summoned in the Grail War. Summon Rider Jan Saxcoat.
Oh my god.
On a boat.
Suddenly need to enter the Grail War. Summon Jan Saxcoat. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Jan Saxcoat, defender of the counterforce.
I want nothing
like,
but
no.
sea shanties about Jan Saxcoat.
Patron of bards.
We run into her and you're like, wait a minute, that's me. Wait, you're not me. Ah!
Well, because it's fate, Jan Saxcoat would be like a 5'6" man.
Beautiful. I would date Jan Saxcoat.
But still have a saber face. Be like Bedivere, I guess.
Oh dear. Are there any servants that were female in history and male in Type Moon? I think it's only the other way.
There's like one or two.
I think some became both genders. Yeah. Technically, like, if you count the prototypes, then there's Merlin. But,
oh yeah.
But if you count the prototypes, a lot of things are flipped. So that's kind of up for debate. Like, really, I think they turned Lancelot into a woman in Lost Belt 6 as well.
Huh.
Lost Belt 6 is weird. So, we'll see how that goes. I'll be there in a year because now we're in the slow part of Fate Grand Order.
While you do recap, I will be right back.
Okie dokie. So, yeah, over the last few sessions, you've been kind of cleaning up loose ends from the big Clover Mandrake incident, which included finding Johnny and turning her from a statue into not a statue. The search for someone who can cast Scry, resulting in finding all of one person who could, and then the Scry target rolled ridiculous on the save anyway, so it was kind of moot. Got to visit the family a little bit. Got to have a talk with Derek on the Anise front, so that's cute. Penelope got to go to the shop to get the cold iron that she needed to get the ogres and trolls home, and in the process got a few new items, so that was cool. And then after speaking with the Lady of the Lake in the process of getting the ogres and trolls back to the other side of the world, you found out that apparently Vivi and the others from London have arrived and are currently, well, we could say fighting a tree, but based on what you've heard, the tree has become a cow. So there is that. Anise climbed to the top of a nearby tree to get a view of the forest and noticed 8 burning red trees spread throughout the area. So combine that with 1 cow and the tree that you fought, you're now looking at about 10 things accounted for. 11 if you count the seed that you already took, so maybe there's one out there, maybe not. Maybe Clover held something back. You don't know. But it seems like all of the big red trees that were visible are on fire and being taken care of by the other residents of the forest.
Hooray!
I think that covered most of the high points. When we wrapped up last time, you decided to go find Vivi.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Begs the important question of, how are you going to go find Vivi?
Just start shouting her name, obviously.
Just running through the woods, shouting.
Just start screaming moo and see if she responds back like Marco Polo.
No.
Cast find cow.
Jeez. So wait, Anise is up in the tree, correct? Mm-hmm.
I think Derek was bringing her down from the tree as her
Oh, yeah.
rescuer.
Oh, that's right, because Penelope was being an asshole. Has Anise reported the fact that she's seen 8 burning trees to us, or is she still making googly eyes at Derek?
As soon as she got down to the ground, she'd probably report. In fact, she probably shouted it down from the treetop.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I see 8 burning trees.
See 8?
I see 8.
Okay, so we took care of 1.
That's 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the seed that never got planted, so that's 10.
Uh-huh. And then Vivi turned 1 into a cow.
So that's 11. So there might be 1 more.
Ugh.
Well, I can't locate objects currently, but I'll be damned if I don't find it if it's there.
We need to figure out where Vivi and them are, but of course the cow wouldn't be on fire, so...
One would hope not.
Yeah.
This is where we get a Family Guy cutaway to total horror.
The cow is on fire. It's a juicy steak now. What?
No.
Nom 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 nom.
Ow.
Do not eat a polymorphed creature. It will not end well for you.
Oh, no.
No.
That is how Ant-Man kills Thanos. Just be careful.
Okay, so... And I'm out of sending. So that's out. And then hold up. She pulls out her phone. Does she have any signal where she is?
Where you're at right now within Sherwood? No.
Okay. Damn. Okay, that won't work.
Wait, we're still not in the bubble, right? I thought we did have signal out here.
Oh, right, that's right. You're near the bubble. You're not in the village. Yeah, you do. You have signal.
Yeah.
Not, like,
I forgot which map we wrapped up on since I don't have it open. You're entirely right.
I mean, I hope we don't have 5G. That's not happening until, like...
That'd be pretty early.
Penelope, like, waving around her phone for that extra bar. Like, what?
At this point, you're on whatever the European equivalent of the Edge network was.
Oh, good.
Geez.
Oh, good. Yeah, so she's gonna tentatively try sending Vivi a text, being like, hey, trying to find you, out of sending, I heard you turned a tree into a cow? Question mark? And sends that.
Fair enough. You do not get an immediate reply.
Okay, yeah, she's probably in a spot where there's no signal. Or she's probably still dealing with stuff. So that idea's out. I don't know, Anise, do you know much about, like, where the leylines are?
And can we assume that she's now, done her whole, like, oh, if only there were a big, cool monk to bring me down. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you've done that part.
I was gonna say, if Aiden gave, like, what ley line they were being laid across, would he not just be like, it was this way?
They're all in a line that way, and she just points.
Well, then, let's just follow that path.
We can follow the ley line, sure.
Alright, I guess we're gonna follow the ley line.
If you would like, Anise could do a check based on where she saw the trees were to do some process of elimination.
Would this be survival, nature?
I think this one would be, I think survival makes the most sense.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah, the Anise roll. That's how Anise rolls. Yeah, as someone who spent a number of the formative years of her life being a druid in this area, you know where all the ley lines are, because of course you do. And you can make a pretty reasonable assumption that another druid who is looking for very effective intersections in the ley line, like branching points, where the most mana would be available for such a tree to happen without cutting off the other trees downstream, since obviously you don't want just the first one to grow. you've got a pretty good idea of where the various trees would end up, and there's one that's unaccounted for from the big 8 that you saw before and the other that you encountered. So you know that that would be in an area that is known as the autumn willows, which is a neat feature of Sherwood, where it's, no matter what time of year, the trees are nice and brown.
Brown, or like do they have fall foliage like red, orange, yellow?
It's fall foliage.
Okay.
It's an area that's alive. Like, it's not fall foliage in the sense of the trees are slowly shedding their leaves because they don't want to keep them. It just stays that way all the time. It's a little bit of almost fey magic enchanting an area like it's separate from normal time.
So, based on my knowledge of the area and where the ley lines intersect, there's one place I can think of where I didn't see a tree. So that's either where the unaccounted tree, like a less grown tree might be, or where the cow tree would be. And it's the autumn willows, right?
Yep.
The autumn willows is actually quite nice. It's always full there.
Oh, that's cool.
So I will lead the way this
Yay.
way.
Okay. Following.
Okay. I will pull up a map for all of you. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me add a cow to this map. Because we're doing it. We're doing it. It's important that I have a cow token on this map.
I'm fucking ready for the cow token.
I should really get
Favorite
like a
token.
specialized cow token just for Vivi.
We should, 100%.
She deserves it.
She do, she do.
Okay.
Ma'am, could you not? Shelly. Well, it's not like I was taking notes anyway.
What did Shelly do?
She laid down right on top of Hermie's nose.
That sounds right.
That's a cat for you.
She's like, this looks comfy. I'm gonna lay it right on top of it.
She does like laying on paper for some reason.
I think she's mad because I took away her plastic bag.
Oh no.
Is it her favorite?
She likes to claim things are her favorite.
She has a lot of favorites.
That's fair, I guess.
That we had to take back from her
Twice.
because she keeps chewing on it and then getting sick.
Oh no.
Well, that admittedly doesn't sound ideal.
No.
It's more like a bleh, I throw up on the carpet kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Still not ideal. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this has gone from D&D to Shelly shaming hour.
Hear that, Shelly?
She does.
If only this was one of those channels where you could get Shellys in the chat.
I've heard that channel's a pretty good channel when it actually streams.
I mean, that applies to several channels, but it's definitely one of them. I enjoy it. It's where some of the art in this showed up first.
Yeah.
Man, the artist who did this art must be great. I don't know who it could
Don't
be.
mind me, I'm just gonna plug this.
Dare. Don't you dare. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
How dare you? All right.
Who is this incredibly talented artist? I've never heard of him. She seems
Hey, look, it's a map.
like a very humble person.
So humble.
Look at this map.
Look at this map. Oh! That
Ooh,
is,
I love.
is that a giant mushroom?
That's
Oh, there's a
exactly what
lot
I'm
of stuff
thinking.
going on in here.
Oh. It's like, you'd think I would be like, oh shit, it's
Oh,
a
look, a
giant.
beach.
But I'm just like, oh look, mushrooms. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
rat. Oh, that's a
Okay.
cow.
Sorry, this thing
Uh,
loaded in a really weird spot, so I'm like,
Two questions. One, is that actually a giant mushroom?
In the top right,
Like right
and the
below
bottom right, and yes, there are giant mushrooms.
Are they supposed to be here? Were they here before Clover?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just to clarify, those are not like clover mushrooms. Those are little bits telling you that this part of the forest in particular is a little bit shallower in terms of which side of the world it's on, which is part of the side effect of nature and whatnots.
gotcha.
Right. So as soon as she catches sight of one of the giant mushrooms, she's gonna turn to the rest of the group. All right. These mushrooms are supposed to be here. They've been here for a long time. They are not. They are not bad mushrooms.
Oh,
They
okay.
just kind of live here.
You know, I didn't even think about it until you pointed that out, but I'm glad that you pointed that out and reassured us. Because,
Yeah, admittedly, I would not have appreciated those being bad for us on account of everything Kwaku flails.
Right.
Kwaku does a Muppet flail.
I don't. I mean, I've never talked to them. I don't know if you can talk to mushrooms, speak with plants.
They're plant-ish.
do they count for
Do they?
I mean, I've known lots of people who talk to mushrooms. You just have to worry when they talk back.
Right. I'm just thinking about that. Show me the face of God. And, I'm not fucking afraid of you. Like, this is an extant form of life. Anyway.
But
I don't know if these mushrooms are nice or not, but they are supposed to be here.
Okay.
So don't
like,
worry.
we're not an initiative, so you can just walk around freely if you wish. Like, you seem to have gotten here shortly after what looks like it was probably a big conflict, what with the tree knocked over and everything. And there's a crater ahead of you that has a cow mooing angrily with great vitriol, but otherwise it's a cow. It's a pit that was presumably the base of a tree because a lot of the soil around it's been completely pulled up, and there are a number of elves surrounding it, kind of preventing it from leaving, but they're hitting it with entanglement spells and things that specifically will not hurt it for reasons that are probably pretty obvious.
And because I saw Aiden having the zoomies, I just want to gently remind him that he's never seen Vivi out of disguise.
Ah. He's met Beech, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, honestly. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't seen her in disguise.
Yeah.
How much different did she look? That's the real question.
Pretty freaking different.
Her disguise was a blonde white woman.
I'll pull up both
Oh.
pictures for comparison.
Oh. Yeah, he probably will not recognize her at all. I was like, wait
So-
a minute.
Here's the Vivi that you see,
Yeah.
and
Girl.
here is the Vivi that you met.
Oh. Oh, God. Take it away.
She is a master of disguise.
I love her.
She is.
I love her so much.
Damn, she really did change.
She's very good at disguises.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, okay. Doesn't realize that, like, you mean that good. He's just like, oh, she just took her ears off or something. Like, or like,
Yeah.
unfolded them.
Yeah. Both forms are 3.5 feet tall.
Can't really alter height easily without.
So as they're walking up, Penelope's just gonna be like, Vivi!
Looking around for her.
She turns and looks in your direction and sees a downed tree. Oh no, Penelope, are you on the outside of a tree?
What?
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
I'm over here with the cow demon.
Cow demon?
I mean, it was a giant monster tree, but now it's cow.
Oh, wait. Ah! Vivi! And she just like launches and just.
Oh god, that's a giant Vivi. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go.
The Super Mario you lost a life. No, wait.
It's like, oh,
But yes, she does the whole run and tackle hug thing, just in a smaller scale.
At this point in time, it was still called glomping.
yeah, you're right. That's right. Nope, it's too late. Aiden sees that you've picked her up, and he's like,
Fired. All of you are fired.
and he goes in and he glomps you both. He just takes you in your arms.
Anise is just going to casually and calmly walk up and stand beside her cousin.
Hi there, big guy. Don't squeeze too tight, because if I lose concentration, we have a tree.
Oh yeah, no, he's not squeezing tight. He's just holding her.
So I bet
Okay,
he's
cool.
He's very gentle.
today.
Well, there's a lot going on. I didn't plan on visiting Sherwood today, but we got a shortcut, thankfully. It was strange. I don't normally get contacted by management during the day. Is everything okay?
Define okay.
Aiden turns. With
Is
both of
anyone
his arms.
dead?
I don't think so.
A lot of blights.
A lot of blights, but no people.
And a
So
tree.
far that we've found, there are at least
A
8
tree.
more of these that are not cows. We destroyed one, probably the biggest one.
Potentially, there's one still missing.
We fought Ainnash. That was a thing. Fuck, it got away though.
You thought that... Oh. Yeah, that's Vivi just like poking in from over Aiden's shoulder.
Yeah, he was in a human host's body, so... But we definitely fought Ainnash. Kicked his
Good job.
butt.
That sounds very dangerous. I'm glad everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you had time to go home and get changed. So
Yeah.
you don't quite look the way you did before.
And then we, Cypress used prestidigitation. The funny thing is we said it wrong in last week too. Yeah, so Aiden doesn't look like half dead either anymore.
Hey.
That's true.
And then the other person that took damage in that fight was Derek. And then,
I
oh yeah,
took damage too.
but you got healed.
No.
No?
That's
You
No.
told Aiden you were fine.
That's right.
I only have 8 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hold up a second. Did you lie to me about your health? You were not okay?
Did you learn nothing from House? Everyone lies about their health.
Oh my
What
god.
kind of cleric are you if you can't see that somebody is injured?
Ooh.
You know what? No fancy band-aids for you, okay?
That's okay.
No
I
boo-boo
promise.
kisses.
What? Anyway.
What?
Shoot. What was I doing? Oh, but So Beech, your boss lady got in contact with you, okay? I like that
Yes, she
number.
did. She reached out. It was unexpected, but she appeared in the water and let me know. So I reached out to our friend Vivi for assistance, and she got me here faster.
Yay.
Isn't she the best?
Were there? Did anybody? Who else showed up to help? Why does the cow keep moving?
It's struggling as it's entangled.
Oh, I'm just like, ah.
Like, I'm not layering the entangle effect on it because then I can't move the token anymore, but it is covered in vines and whatnot right now. That's why it's not running around attacking people or doing damage to itself.
Oh.
It's angry, but it has the intelligence of a cow, meaning it's smarter than when it was a tree.
Oh no. But yeah, Beech. Did anybody else show up to help from
From-
that crew? Yeah.
Yes, we spread out when we got here. There were a number of trees that we could see from the skyline. So Vivi and I met up with some of the local rangers and took on this one. A few of the others are around. I suspect that they've probably rendezvoused with others among the more locals, given what the rangers told us. But it sounds like a number of people got here through their own means. Like, thankfully, a number of my peers are actually quite local, and a few others have the ability to travel great distances very quickly when needed.
That's good.
I did leave Buck and Father at home, though, to make sure that, well, Clock Tower didn't do anything too uppity once we were out.
Yeah. Also, poor Buck probably needs the break anyway.
He does seem to be a bit more reserved after that trip to the library.
Yeah.
Die, from what I was told.
That does. He seems to be a bit less outgoing. He's spent a little bit more time with his librarian friend, so maybe he's turning over a new leaf or something. Or something. Or something.
Don't be nasty, Beech.
I would never. But suffice it to say, we have captured a tree, in a manner of speaking, and it will eventually turn back, so we should probably decide what to do with it.
Burn it.
As a cow?
No, once it turns back from a tree, grenades, fire, burn it. It can't stay here. It can't live.
Well, no.
I can zap it. I
have grenades, I guess.
I have produced flame. That's about it. No potions.
We've got a somewhat morbid solution that I think will work, but
Oh no.
it's a bit grisly. We're considering shrinking the cow and putting it in a bag of holding.
Well, I mean that that would work.
Seems the least disruptive way to do it. Otherwise, we have to deal with it when it turns back to normal for a moment.
Yeah.
Then you would have a Child of Ainnash just kind of in a bag of holding.
Where it would suffocate and starve.
Yeah. And then you'd have a dead Child of Ainnash just kind of hanging out in a bag of holding.
Yeah, it would be pretty much a sacrifice of the bag, as it would inevitably be too large for the bag.
Yeah.
But it would suffocate as a cow.
Then who's to say we couldn't just burn the bag? I don't know.
Well, I have a feeling once it returns to its normal size, it will fill the bag and the bag will rupture. So if anyone has a better solution, we're certainly open for it. I've not really encountered this problem before.
Yeah,
I mean, if anyone has a spare bag of holding, she's just gonna kind of clutch her own that doesn't already have a lot of stuff in it.
Hold on. Let me see what I have.
I mean, that's the.
I don't have a bag of. But
We know someone that does have a bag of holding.
who?
Doorbreaker. I gave it back to him.
Oh, you're right.
We could probably also ask the codesmith if he has any, or he can. It'd probably take too long for him to make one.
And I don't
I mean,
really.
if you think this is the swiftest and easiest action versus, pelting it with flames, then do what you must.
Admittedly, I was thinking of something also dark, which would just be to drown it.
That?
None of these are nice thoughts, but
No, they're not.
I mean, to be fair, pelting it with fire is also not the greatest.
mostly it's just a concern that it'll have a chance to spread more spores or something if it turns back first.
Yeah.
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 This sucks.
How big was it before you turned it into a cow?
So Vivi reaches up like she's gonna gesture for taller than her. So more than that.
Bro,
Penelope reaches over her head to gesture taller than her. Like, what? Taller than this?
taller than
A little bit, yeah. I guess.
Well enough that you could see it above all of the rest of the trees here. That was a dumb question.
Oh yeah, you could totally see it from up there. That's how we found it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still dangerous. They're kind of dangerous at any height, really, but
Oh boy.
Hey, this is the most weird puzzle I could think of to give you. Enjoy. What do you do with a potentially exploding cow?
so let's see. Our options.
And the
are-
drowning wouldn't revert them back, like, because it's damage or anything?
Because it's not damage. It would just
Ah.
die.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
D&D is weird like that.
This literally would fall into the, like, well, it needs a peaceful death. I will go put it down then. And he will drown it. And he'll bless the fucking waters if he has to while he does it.
Is there water near here?
You'll have to drag it a little ways, but you went by enough water recently that it wouldn't be too hard to get to.
It's a
Like,
cow.
You're going to be corralling a cow, but you have the muscle, and it is currently
Yeah.
confined in various things that can prevent it from escaping if that's what you want to do to it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be, like, especially since, like, with his goddess, like, people know for a fact, like, you pass peacefully in those waters. It's like that. I think that's better than the bag of holding for him. Like, that's mortifying for him.
In a way, turning it into a cow was the worst thing you could have possibly done because now it knows
That it's dying.
death.
Yeah.
Understands the concept of death. As a tree, all it really could probably do is just kiss. All the other one did.
But it also attacked us.
Well,
and
that's true. Yes.
it
Yeah.
stabbed your
Well, but-
boyfriend. And
Yes, but it was acting on instinct. It wasn't really that intelligent.
I mean, it's a cow now.
It's a cow now. It's a little more intelligent than when it was a tree.
But at the end of the day, it's still essentially.
Oh, it's
Just-
it's still a threat. It's just.
Just
a
to
very
clarify
fast
for
threat.
everyone's understanding, a cow is an intelligence of 2.
It is still slightly smarter. It is a sad threat.
I could speak with animals and talk to it.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I don't know what you're gonna get out of it.
That's true.
I mean, I'll clarify in the meta just for your reference since it's polymorph. It'll have the intelligence of the creature that it's turned into. So you're not going to get a whole lot of knowledge because it was a seed, and then it was a tree, and then it was a cow. It doesn't have a rich backstory.
Fair.
I think the cow is like the highlight of its life.
Drowning it does seem like the most efficient way to do this, I suppose.
Yeah.
We won't have to sacrifice a bag of holding. We won't possibly be endangering ourselves trying to kill it. I mean, it can still gore us, I think, if we let it.
I mean, it's covered in like vines right now. It's not going anywheres.
It'll run away.
This is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, like he's pretty much already like he's put you guys down, and he's just like, all right, let's go, little buddy, and we'll start dragging this cow to like the river.
Okay, we are not going to roleplay this part, but suffice it to say, you can successfully drown a cow.
Oh,
He
good.
pats it, and he's like, may you have a better life as not a tree.
Okay.
And then he comes back, and he's just like, it's done.
Roll for trauma.
All right, I got you.
No.
Eh.
So I know you wanted to. That's why I was giving you a shot.
He's traumatized.
Okay. So, well, after you've unfortunately submerged a cow for a time, the cow does die. And once you're clear of the water, Vivi releases concentration, and the water now has a giant dead tree in it.
Oh,
Oh, good.
I hope you become a great ecosystem for the fish.
We might want to try moving it so that it doesn't.
You know, cause a dam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Ugh.
We can let people know.
I. Lord,
We
what
gotta
So
corral
does this
people
one
to
have
come
one
in.
of those root things like the other one did?
Yeah, he would have looked for that when it. I mean, it didn't get broken apart, but was there?
It hasn't been broken apart. You would have to open it, so to speak.
Oh, okay. So you have to literally open it. Oh,
Yeah, like it was inside of the
would
trunk.
that be like a medic roll for like, fucking surgery on the tree?
You could. You have sufficient time if you want to just break it. Like you could just strength it if you want. Like you're tough, dude.
Okay. Look, I was gonna go the polite route and just like take a little like scalpel.
It's a tree. The scalpel is a hatchet.
Patience equally.
You know what? I was about to say.
12.
You start chunking into it. It's gonna take a few more swings, but you'll get there in a few minutes.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll bring that back when he actually like swings back around.
Okay, I will add it to your inventory.
Like, if he still needs help, can Penelope try and help? But
For breaking, like as many people as want to as can. It's a downed tree, so you're welcome to it.
I just roll like a strength ability check.
If you're helping him, then he can just roll it again, and it'll just be considered advantage.
Okay.
Woo.
Penelope is actually very good at coaching people and breaking trees.
Look, she actually has been a great coach for him and his feelings right now. The little slap to the face, be like, calm down. You know. So she do it again. She's like, all right, now be strong. He's like, yeah, thanks, Penelope.
All right, you now have a root of Ainnash in your inventory.
Great, all of us have one now.
Oh,
Go
Lord.
team.
Yay!
Look, and I got that side bonus of some fucking beholders.
Gross.
I got a snack and a meal in there. Just like,
Ugh.
save it for later.
Please do not eat the beholders. Thank you.
All right. I think Aiden would come back here and just be like, "Is there a way for you to round up everybody fairly quickly to these guys?" if
You're
they're
asking
still
that to
there?"
the Rangers?
Yeah.
I suppose we could probably get some of the group together. Why? Is there more news? We've just been here since we found this one.
We've got to go over emergency plans, like ASAP.
Why? What do you know of?
I mean, Ainnash got away, but he's tuckered out. This is going to be our best opportunity to try and track him. On top of the fact that we also don't know where else in, the world he's planted these trees, and if everyone comes from a different region, then we need to make sure when they go back, they're looking for these things.
I dare say that's something that they'll probably bring up in the bigger meeting, but yeah, our orders were to return to the barracks once we took care of our respective trees. Hopefully everyone did, but judging from the look over the canopy earlier, it sounds like they did. So I suspect that'll be where you would want to get the people together if that's your goal.
Okay. And you didn't locate any more. There's potentially, if we've counted correctly, 11 out of potentially 12, and nothing else is pinged?
Nothing that we've heard. We took care of this one. We saw a number of fires, and then of course there's the cow. Not seen any more. Are you sure there are 12?
From the information I have gotten, he had about 12. Maybe he held on to one. Maybe he didn't. That's why I was wondering if you still had any, juice left in you to locate anything.
we can spread out and try to track based on the dead one. Sure.
Okay.
All right, men, everyone, and he sort of goes to the other two. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fan out. Each of you take a piece of this dead cow tree, and spread out a bit. If you run into others, let them know that we might still have one out there. I'd say we should fan out for a bit, let the others know. If we don't find anything in 2 hours, we should probably report back in just to make sure that we don't have anyone ambushed and missing without us knowing about it. We can always head out again after that. So otherwise, back to the barracks.
Thank you. A lot. Thank you, seriously.
No, thank you for the information, friend Centaur. Wow, it's
Aiden.
amazing.
Aiden.
Very, very nice to meet you, Aiden Suncatcher of the Unexpected Centaurs. It's wonderful to have your help.
No problem. Also, actually, in case you have a little more juice, and he just kind of pulls out the vial. If you see any of these, I don't think this should be a problem, but just be wary. And it's mushroom.
The mushroom?
In the jar. Yeah.
The fuck is that?
From what I've been told, a very evil mushroom. I've cleared out your inn. It's not a problem anymore
Well,
there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Min, warn others about fungi as well, just in case.
Okay.
All right, so they nod to one another, and then they each fan out in a different direction.
Thank you. And he just calls out to them and waves.
And then another one just appears because of the weird shortcut I just discovered. Apparently, if I drag one of them to the right, just off the screen, it just spawns a new one, and I have no idea what that does mechanically, but that's weird.
I love that.
Yep, they are whooshing away.
All right, we should probably talk to your Gramps about this fungi though, and he just kind of
Is grandfather okay?
He's tired, but he is okay. Yes, I made sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he was just taking a nap.
It's understandable. He seemed pretty exhausted last time we saw him.
Well, he's been doing better, but he also fought Ainnash for a sustained period of time before we got there, so...
Oh, my.
And
He's
took
stubborn.
a whole lot of damage.
Oh.
It was painful.
That does explain how others survived fighting a dead apostle, though. He's a spry old bastard.
Yeah?
Right then, I guess we should get going. Are we going back to the home, or I guess your home, or are we going to the barracks?
Excellent question.
Yeah, if they're going back immediately, but the others are going back in 2 hours.
You're not Buck, you're Beech. Oh my god. See, that's how tired I am, guys. I am completely tapped out.
Oh, are you okay, Penelope? You seem to have taken some damage.
I have, and I'm tired, and I'm out of spell slots, and it's been a very long day.
That sounds absolutely exhausting. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and you are healed.
Thank you.
I asked you earlier, and you said you didn't want any.
I'm sorry, was
very
that
sad
rude of
now.
me?
What?
I'm sorry, was I rude? Did I cross a line? I didn't realize there was a...
I didn't also realize what?
Well, shit. He's just like, if I knew I could just do it anyways, I would have done it.
She probably just wanted you to save your spell slots in case we had to fight more of them.
We were kind of pinch at that point, you know?
That's really sweet of you.
I was like, my damage wasn't that bad. But no, Beech are the rest of the paladins going to the bunkers as well?
I suspect that's probably where they'll meet up afterwards. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of debriefing going on. Not the least of which being myself explaining why I brought in an outsider, but they'll get over it.
We all have. It's fine.
I mean,
I was in Germany 2 hours ago.
I mean, hey, and if anybody has shit to say about anybody being here, then like at least like Vivi at least was
You can turn them into a cow.
like the boss lady said it was okay.
Yes. And if boss lady said it was okay, then there should be no argument.
And then Kwaku and Raps and Echo and Ilya, like they kind of had no choice. I mean, I guess they did have a choice, but they kind of had no choice.
Just remember that this is all Ainash's fault.
Yeah. So
I'm not too worried about it.
If anybody wants to say shit, send them to me. I'll fight them.
I want to see that.
No, you don't.
We can send them to Grandpap, and he'll fight them, or at least chew them out.
Just to clarify, I have seen Penelope blow up a tree, so I would not recommend getting on her bad side.
I'm
That
scrapped.
was so cool.
But yeah. So if anybody has any problems with anyone being here, yeah, they can stuff it. That being said, I do want to meet some of. I would like to meet the paladins at some point.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get plenty of chances. I don't imagine they're going to leave before things wrap up tomorrow if this is how the weekend started.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it is going to be distracting us a bit from what we were originally going to be gathering for, but I'm sure that can wait a day or two. We were going to see a man about a library.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you guys have a chat about that before you leave, I can help fill in details.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Ooh, sorry. Oh gosh. Sorry. I felt like I was about to sneeze there.
Okay.
Anise, what kind of trees are here in Sherwood?
Well, all kinds. Maybe you just have an allergy to the ones in this particular area.
I guess.
They've got magical pollen.
No.
This place is pretty weird.
Do we have any magical allergy meds?
Holds up his entire med kit. I've got you.
Okay.
I could probably brew a potion as well, but that would take time.
Yeah.
I've got Flintstone's chewables.
Johnny, I hate to break it to you. That's not gonna work.
No, I know. I just thought you'd enjoy the taste.
They do taste pretty good.
Tastes like. Can I have some?
Sure. Wait, do centaurs die when they have Flintstone's chewables?
I
don't know. I've never had one.
Oh, then for science, here you go.
Okay.
Here, you can have a Dino. Enjoy.
Ah, look, it's a little dino. He just munches it.
It tastes good.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, mind me. I'm just gonna.
Oh no!
Johnny! I'm just kidding.
Thankfully, you don't have to worry because they're children's vitamins.
It makes me stronger. I wasn't ready for that burst of energy. Just kidding.
On that note.
Get those twos out of the way.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess my train of thought is we should go to the barracks. But
Aiden's just kind of like,
Should
if
we check on the other trees just to make sure they're actually dead?
oh yeah, that too. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oy.
we probably want to extract the roots out of them too.
I mean, they're all in a line at least.
We can make a way down the line, yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to spend the next few hours doing that? I'm not going to make you roleplay each tree interaction. If that's what you want to say, I'll just move the clock forward accordingly.
What? Okay.
How
so
long would it take?
It's 4 o'clock now, according to the clock.
So we'd be getting back around dinner time if we actually checked every other tree.
If you're going to check every tree, it's going to be a bit because as you go further up the ley line, you get a lot closer to like Iden's place, which is a bit further away.
Oh, it went pretty far behind.
I mean, you found him pretty early into your trip down.
I didn't realize it was that early.
Yeah. It's covering a lot of the long wise on the forest.
Okay. Then yeah, he'd be like, oh shit, that actually might take us a minute. I mean, they're not going anywhere. Maybe we can do that part in the morning and just retrieve them. Because we still have to go to the barracks, and if they're only there for a set period of time...
Well,
Or, what do you think?
and I hate to bring this up, but like, we don't know where he transported himself to. What if he goes and collects those roots?
That's also a problem.
Like we got him pretty good, so he's not in the best shape. So maybe he's gonna save that energy to rest up.
That was my first thought, is him trying to regain health, because there's no way he's gonna let Clover take over as damaged as he is.
So I guess, do we want to take our chances on him having teleported outside of Sherwood? Or do we want to... oh god, and if he is here, I can't do it.
Vivi, you can't scry, right? No, I'm doing it. Beech, Vivi, you can't scry, right?
I am checking Vivi's very long spell list.
We love a long spell list.
I don't think she has scry though.
It's not usually a bard thing.
Yeah, I don't.
She's a official bard.
I mean, I don't think she used her magical secrets on scry. I don't think she has it. I'm looking over the list now. I don't see it. Sorry, it's not really my thing. I'm afraid that's not something that I'm really meant for either, unfortunately. If he was beaten as savagely as you say, he's probably asleep.
That's my...
Honestly?
That is my medical opinion. That's why I'm like, potentially we could, if we do it immediately in the morning.
Yeah, let's just head back to the barracks then.
We at least have 3 roots.
Yeah.
And a seed that never got to make a root.
Yeah, let's just go back.
Okay. And you know what? I'm sure someone else is on caliber with your Gramps, and they can tell us more about the fungi too, and just let him rest.
Yeah, let's...
A bunch of druids here.
And even
Don't
if
like him as...
can't find anyone, it's not extremely priority. It doesn't have to be done today. Be helpful, but...
Yeah. They're at least scanning the area, so if any do show up, we would know.
Yeah. So yeah, let's head back.
Okay. And then he'll just be like, kind of lean down on his hind legs and let Penelope and Vivi kind of hop on if they're tired.
Are there any trees between where we are and Sherwood that we could just like hop over and check?
Just grab on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the autumn mill is actually a bit away from the main area. This is close to the end of the line, so you could go buy 3 of them on the way back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then we can at least take care of the 3.
Yeah.
Grab the roots out of those.
Okay. We're not going to play through each one, but suffice it to say, when you get to each tree, you find burning embers of trees and various druids and rangers surrounding them, who've been, cutting their way through it. You don't see anyone that you particularly know, at least not in a standout, gets their own sprite NPC level. But it does appear that these trees, now that you're closer and can see them, either were not as developed as the one that you fought near Clover. Like, they were big, but they don't seem to have fully come into their own.
Okay.
Although, actually, I'm going to roll something for the lot of you.
What do we see with our special eyes?
What? All right, I'm going to share this with you.
Oh no.
Snake eyes.
I mean,
I'm gonna be so sad.
Or double 20s.
let me just show you this.
I'll take the double.
So I was rolling a d20 for each of you just as a general, like, looking around thing.
I've got a Penelope coaching me on my back. Does that give a bonus? Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Can I roll my own d20? I don't like yours.
I mean, it was for passive perception anyway, so we're just going to go with your passive scores. I'm just dumbfounded that that's what we got.
That is
Like,
rough.
who got the what? Like,
Who got the 7?
can we re-roll one of those ones?
You can. So I went by the order of your tokens on the top of the screen. So that was 1 Iden, 7 Penelope, 1 Anise. Anise is only allowed to roll 20s and 1s. That's how she works.
Yep, that's it.
Well, I will allow either Iden or Anise to re-roll one of their ones.
Would either of you like to? Whichever one of you wants to do that, do a perception check, and we'll just use that instead.
I will give you the choice.
I was about to say, like, your choice.
Alright.
I mean, I'm.
Alright, fine. What am I rolling?
I was like,
here?
I've got some pretty good perception-y eyes, but
I made a call. Call has happened.
Eh.
Okay.
What about Hemlock?
I mean, I didn't go down the list of all the NPCs rolling, but if you really can, like, you can make Hemlock roll, but I'm not going to make everyone else roll. Hemlock can have perception.
yeah, go Hemlock, go.
Oh, well.
God fucking damn it! Wow.
D3 because it's from something from before.
It's probably from Iden.
Let me see what Hemlock has on.
It might be the bond that was earlier.
Yep, it's the Peace Domain bond, which is definitely expired by now. Let me
It's gone now, yeah.
clear that out. Iden will also lose the Peace Domain bond.
We're all very
That's right. He'll still guidance himself. Don't think that he won't.
I mean, as long as he has time.
He'll
That is
do
the
it.
that's the point of guidance. So as long as you have time, it's great.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Anise and Hemlock notice that each of the downed trees, as you're getting close to extract the roots from them, there's definitely a pile of spores around them, similar to the one cast out by the tree that you encountered yourselves. It seems to have been from a quick conversation with the rangers present, it seems like at first sign of danger, the tree just spits the stuff all over the place around it and makes a cloud that they just sort of powered through. But the story is the same in each place. But you successfully extract roots. Does everybody just want one, or do we want to consolidate them?
We can put one each on everyone. That way they're not all in the same spot in case anything happens.
So Anise and Iden and Penelope all have one so far.
Yeah.
So they'll have two now.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can each have two. I was thinking maybe we were giving them to NPCs, but nah.
None of them seem particularly looking for them. So I'll just put 2 on each of you.
Are the ones we just got from these smaller trees like noticeably different from the other ones?
Nope, they're all about the same. Well, I say that, like, the one that you got from Germany is bigger than the
That's
other
what I
ones.
was
Yeah.
about to ask, if
But
they're-
all of the ones from Sherwood are about the same size.
Okay. Mine's bigger.
Anise?
My root. It's bigger. It's the biggest one. The one from Germany.
Don't be nasty.
I wasn't thinking about that. Who's the nasty one?
Clearly you are. Talking about your big root.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, fine.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I've now updated your inventories. Each of you has 2 roots.
Yay.
Okay, I will now drag you over to the barracks map.
It's okay.
Because-
My roots are small but mighty. Don't judge me, Anise. Don't judge me. I can see you shaking your head. And ignoring me purposefully. Anise?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Anise! Anise! Don't ignore me!
I'm not.
Okay, good.
Oh wow, this map is huge.
That's what she said. What?
I forgot how big this map was. It's one of those things where I was pretty sure I set up line of sight on it, but I don't see it on the map, and now I'm wondering if I turned it off or something.
Are we going to a different map now?
Yeah, you're about to go to a different map. I'm going to share it. I don't see the line of sight lines on it, and it's making me wonder, did I forget or what? Because I'm pretty sure I did it. This map is a weird enough shape that I'm pretty sure I did it. Well, I don't see it, so whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no secrets on it. I just thought I did this. I guess not. Let's drag everybody to a brand new map. Enjoy. Look at that giant combat tracker. Did not have enemies.
Yeah,
So
wow.
many friends.
We've got too many friends, guys. There's Echo, and Ilya, and there's Penelope, and there's Anise, and there's Ignatius, and there's Alder, and there's Hemlock, and there's Aiden, and there's Johnny, and there's Kwaku, and there's and there's Beech, and there's Derek, and there's Phoebe. Merlin, you're not our friend, but
It's
you're
true.
there anyway.
You're not our friend, but you're there.
I mean, that's Merlin in a nutshell, honestly. Merlin's story does not get better the more you learn about fate.
Merlin's story does not get better the more you learn about Arthurian legend.
Also true. All right, let's just share a giant map with you. Enjoy. Boom.
I see nothing.
Because it's got to load. Now to resize the halflings.
Well, friends, we've ended up in the void.
We're in the back of holding.
Resize the
We're in
bird.
back of holding.
Karma. I'm just kidding.
There it is.
Why is that?
What a
That's so
big-ass
weird.
bridge.
This is a big ass bridge. Damn.
There's a weird cropping effect on this.
Yeah. Good grief. What a map.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know why that was there. It's like I'm still confused as to where all my walls went because I'm pretty sure I made them, but whatever. Enjoy.
Need
It's a giant
walls.
building.
Walls are for schmucks.
Oh my god.
There's no secret information here, so I don't actually care.
I see a token down there. Who is that with the horses? Who's with the horses?
You could find it. Oh, right, that. I just zoomed over and saw what you were doing. Hold on. Let me move Merlin Vision so that it can partake before I give you the ability to move. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Zoomies time.
Zoom!
Well, I guess you're not on its back anymore.
You were tired.
I am. These are tired zoomies. Can you not see in my eyes how tired I am?
No,
Oh my
I've only
God.
had 1 cup of coffee today.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm not. I'm exhausted.
Oh, you poor thing.
This is
Vivi.
Temporarily bigger than you, Vivi. Corrected.
Yeah, I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. I'm normally on cup number 10 by now.
we can have more coffee later. If we ever get to actually stop or slow down.
I mean, hey, maybe I'll actually sleep.
You should probably do that.
Maybe. I mean,
I take it they've not gotten better about this since the 3 days that I met them and we traveled across the forest and then fought a giant tree monster. Also, there were ghosts.
In my defense, we did actually sleep
We did.
at the castle.
It's true.
In fact, and at my shop.
Yeah. I sleep. Today's been a very long and crazy day, and yeah.
That's
For
fair.
those of you keeping track of time, you were in London this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not going to drag your coterie of NPCs around, but you're welcome to move, and then I'll move them there when you stop.
Oh,
I'm taking in the view of this place.
Yeah, so the Ranger Barracks are a little bit different than how Anise remembers them.
Like, this is a pretty dang big place.
You can see that they've been converted a bit to serve as overflow housing for the people visiting for the event. They've converted a lot of the open training area on the upper floor to be a dining/social area.
Whoa.
It's a lot more fancy than what it usually is here.
So, like, that's like an open top? That's not like an enclosed thing?
Yep, that's an open top.
Oh, well, don't mind if I just climb up it.
we could just walk in, Aiden. It's the thing.
He's like halfway on the wall, and he's like, you know what? That's fair. And he just cross back down the wall.
Is the door open? Can I just open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in.
All right, when you walk in, I did not put a bunch of tokens on the map because I know that really lagged down the last map. But there are a bunch of people sitting around at these tables. They look like you've got elves, you've got half elves, you've got a variety of based on the looks on their faces, tired druids who've probably been out and about for a bit. You actually, when you went by those other trees on the way back, some of the people that were on ranger duty for those trees, they stuck behind to like make sure the trees were sufficiently dealt with and that the fire didn't spread. But some of the druids who were kind of press ganged into helping them out came back with you on the way. They seem pretty tired. Really, the only person in this area who doesn't look exhausted is the dwarf sitting over at the bar.
It's correctly Magmar. I didn't yell that, but.
Yep.
Oh, Anise, look.
Oh, Mr. Magmar. Don't suppose he's a dead apostle too, right? We wouldn't have been unlucky enough to meet 2 dead apostles
In the same day.
in the same day.
I was about to say, because.
You've met a number of them so far, so hey.
Yeah. Oh, God. I really hope he's not.
I mean, do you want to ask him?
No!
Okay.
I really don't.
Well, Figured just to be straightforward. He seems like a very blunt kind of guy.
God,
I was
Um,
mostly kidding. Mostly.
I assume I know you're not moving NPC tokens, but I assume they all just came in with this.
Yeah, I just moved them over to be on the same region of the map, but they're all going in with you.
Okay.
Oh wow, this place is really big.
Right?
yeah. Place is huge.
This is where all the rangers live.
Oh.
I guess it's overflow housing for all the druids that are here for the meeting, or some of them.
Yeah.
It does appear that they put up more lights than they used to have.
Yeah.
Like,
Almost
just
looks nice.
like this one place is like almost bigger than his whole village, isn't it?
Maybe not the whole village, but it's definitely bigger than any of the buildings that you've seen in it. The only times you've really seen buildings this big were specifically when you were visiting London. This is also bigger than like all of the buildings in the main village that you were just in. It's bigger than the inn.
Yeah, it's huge.
And if you want to get meta with it, Clover's room was stolen from this map.
Oh, I see it.
I flipped it.
I see it.
So side question.
Yeah?
So we've seen mostly like elves and half elves, right?
Yep, mostly elves, half-elves, and humans.
Okay. Other than Scraggly Magmar, do we notice anybody around who is not an elf, half elf, or human? I mean, other than.
Other than your own party?
Yeah.
No one immediately.
Okay. Since we've been in Sherwood, have we noticed anybody? Has anybody?
I mean, you know that Scribe is a furbolg.
Yeah.
But in terms of just general people walking around, no, it seems to be very heavily biased towards the elves, half-elves, and humans. Essentially the people that could probably pass pretty easily as human if they left.
Gotcha.
Which I didn't know all about.
Just looks at Penelope quietly, makes eye contact.
I mean, this isn't anything she's asking out loud.
No, but he's already taking this all in and just like.
Don't do it, Aiden. Don't make eye contact.
Just quietly observes. Which I was gonna ask, can he? I know they're all like druids, but they're all pretty pooped out, and I'm sure they've used a lot of their fucking spells and shit. Are any of them like looking pretty beat up at all?
Oh yeah, there are people spread throughout who are like, no one looks like they're in danger, but they definitely have their share of scratches and bruises. And I'm not going to make you roll a perception check on this one, but you can tell from what they're wearing that a lot of these people were probably close to those trees when they spewed their pollen. So they were right up in the thick of the fighting.
Okay, I might use one of my spells in a minute because it has an area of effect. I think I still have it.
Hey, Anise.
Yes?
Random question. In Sherwood, are there any phantasmals that aren't elves or half elves? Scribe?
Are there?
Based on what you've heard, some of the much older druids come from different lineages, but they're very much the exceptions. Most of Sherwood is elves, half-elves, and humans, which, would be necessary for the half-elves.
Right.
You don't have a super giant variety of others. Like, you've seen halflings and dwarves and gnomes at times, but they're usually passing through. They don't generally stick around.
No, it's really mostly elves and some half-elves and humans. Occasional other phantasmals, like the older druids. Some of them are, like furbolgs, like scribe,
Right.
whatnot, but no, it is mostly elves.
Huh. That's
In this part of Sherwood, anyway. Obviously, she gestures over to Aiden. Obviously, there are other phantasmals that live in Sherwood, just not in this particular part of Sherwood.
gotcha. She just kind of shrugs. And then apparently pole vaults over Johnny.
Oh no.
Wah! She's just gonna go up to Scraggly Magmar.
No, hi there, Penelope. How are you doing?
I'm exhausted. How are you?
I just lit a tree on fire.
Oh, good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, they normally frown upon that, but no, it was one of the ones you're supposed to do.
Okay, good. I was about to say, hopefully it was one that you were supposed to set on fire.
It screamed like the devil.
Gross.
Yeah, I was not a fan. And it spit up on everybody. Like some kind of giant tree baby. No manners.
Well, it was probably planted about an hour or two ago, so
They get big so fast.
Yeah, it's like 1 minute they're just a little baby tree, and next thing you know, they're all grown up and going to college. And wait,
I'm pretty sure that tree had some bad influences on account of it tried to kill us.
yeah,
it was. Yeah, they tend to be pretty bad.
I mean, you really just have to get to the root of their problems. And like their bark is really worse than their bite.
I get it, Vivi says from all the way across the room.
Wait, Anise, don't leave.
I'm leaving faster. Bye.
You just punned her away, didn't you?
I guess I did. Well, I guess I need to find a new best friend. Oh.
Between you and me, I think the lady with the horns is into you.
What?
You think so too?
How can you hear from all the way over there?
Eh.
Yeah, she's my friend too.
Okay. Takes a sip.
Wink. A wink.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna. Beech!
Yes?
Do you see any of the paladins here?
Let me go check. I'll look around and I'll let you know. I don't see anyone immediately, but I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
And he's gonna go wander around. Just assume that his token's moving a lot.
Yeah. Penelope is just bright red right now.
So is Johnny.
Ha! 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 Maybe not that bright red. She is visibly flustered.
Wait a minute. This place has fresh food. He's been living in the castle for a month.
Oh no.
Raps just stands behind him. Yes, I know. You can have some too, don't worry.
Raps.
Mrrr.
Do you eat food now?
Raps shakes his head.
Oh.
He likes to feel included, though, so I try to give him some now and then.
Oh. That's cool.
Honestly, after rebuilding him a little bit, he's much more flexible than he used to be. He seems to enjoy the interaction a bit better. He was all stiff before.
Penelope reaches up to give Raps a high five.
Raps bends his giant knees down such that you can reach, and then he receives a high five.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. He is much more flexible. Look at that.
He's got a bit less mass, but honestly, it's kind of helpful because he's less heavy too. After he broke the third chair, Echo made me make him lighter.
3 chairs, buddy, no.
Yeah, I thought the 2 at once would be enough. We were going to try for 3, but she insisted he just lose weight, so we took care of that.
Oh. Well, speaking of, I guess golems, like, how's that other one going?
Really complicated, but I did learn a lot redoing a bit of how Raps works on it. I'm currently trying to figure out exactly how to properly install the magic circuits from the old body in the new one. It's
Right.
very complicated, because if I do it wrong, then he won't be able to magecraft, and I think that would make him bitter.
Yeah, probably.
On the plus side, I'm learning a whole lot about how magic circuits work. I've never really had a chance to mess with it on account of it's usually biological.
Yeah. Huh.
I imagine this must be what it's like for the people that transfer crests or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
This is just a bit bigger than that.
See, my first train of thought was to be like, I wonder if Crosby knows anything about that, but like,
Well, there's Richard too.
yeah. But also, like, well, I mean, you know Crosby, but I don't know that getting him involved with this would be a good idea. I have
Probably
no
not.
idea.
He's a weird one. He's very cheerful to be, still on the ends with the clock tower all the time.
I
Yeah,
don't know how he does it.
but you know what? Yeah.
I assume he does it with a fair amount of cynicism and distance. I'm fairly confident he doesn't tell them where his family is, just in case.
You know what? That's a good policy.
I don't blame him at all for that one. They're all politics and occasional murder.
Yeah, occasional murder's not great. Frequent murder is worse, but occasional murder is still not great.
Would not recommend, though.
No.
You got a lot of things while you were in Paris. The Goliaths dropped them off with us. It was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did, like, there was a point where they're just like, hey, no one has claimed this thing, somebody take, or like, you have the token, so take this thing, and I'm like, but, I mean, okay, I guess.
We had a bit of fun playing with those mirrors.
Oh my gosh, you know what, there were the mirrors, and then, like, I think I sent the bust of Hermes up there. I think I meant to actually send it back to my apartment, but I left it at the freaking castle. Or I sent it to the castle. Ugh. But, yeah, what did you do with the mirrors?
We set them up so that one of them was in the kitchen,
Uh-huh.
and the other one was up in the library, so that in the library we can now look into the kitchen and see when food's ready.
I mean, I guess that's one way to use it.
It seemed like the less creepy way to do it.
Fair.
Turns out a lot of their uses are creepy, although there's a decent chance that they would be better served to put them in completely different locations.
Yeah.
But the castle's pretty big, and it's never convenient to go down and get food if you don't know if anyone's in there. It gets a bit lonely.
Yeah, I bet.
Though now that they have more homunculi coming up, I suspect it'll probably be a bit busier.
Yeah, I was about to say, there were definitely more homunculi there this last time, or earlier today. Oh my god, that was earlier today. Ah!
Yeah, they pop out of those vats ready to work. It's very strange.
Huh.
They seem to be pre-programmed with German and other stuff, so who knows? They just pop out ready to do things. They also all look the same, and that's kind of creepy.
How do you tell them apart?
I can't.
Oh.
I think the idea is eventually they get different clothing, but they seem to have not prioritized that yet.
Oh no.
Echo's a bit easier to tell apart because she actually looks younger than a lot of them. At least she does now. It was very strange. She took that potion and she started looking younger every day. And like at first it was like, do I compliment her? Is that weird? I don't know. But after she knocked about 30 years off, I'm like, you know what? Get it, girl.
Yeah, honestly, same. Get it, girl. Ooh.
I think when she eventually decides to visit Gunther again, he's going to probably lose his shit.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I guess that'll be really, really exciting for both of them, because I know they haven't seen each other in a while.
It's true. And she's been pretty busy lately. Like after the whole tree thing, she went and started talking to the werewolves and some of the other phantasmals in the area. There's actually a lot of species around that just sort of were laying low when the tree thing happened. I think she might start charging them rent if they don't help out in the future.
I mean, she has every right to, I guess.
Some weird landlord stuff, I think.
So, I guess we're just waiting on the rangers?
I guess so. Yeah, because, I mean, at this point,
I'm gonna go outside for a few.
Oh my, yeah, and then oh gosh, maybe the rangers would be good people to tell about the druids who are stuck in Germany, or the elves who are stuck in Germany.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was one of the extra things that wasn't like mini emergency meeting was like, we need someone to bring them back.
Yeah, so I guess whenever they show up, we can figure that out. But until then, I mostly just need a nap.
Yeah. We need some food and some rest.
Yeah.
We've all had a very long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it is getting darker.
Oh shit. How dark? Do I need
Not
to put my
that dark.
goggles on?
That's the default.
Okay. Yeah, like Aiden's kind of slipped outside. Like he's calming down from like all of his adrenaline earlier. And he's just like
520 blaze.
Oh shit.
It's me remembering how because it's just a number, I have to remember the times. Yeah, you're hitting golden hour now. So there you go.
Yay. Okay, he's gone to the water.
Anise, when should we head back to your parents' place?
Hard to say. Probably within the next hour.
Yeah.
Anise would know who like the person in charge of the rangers is, right? And that's Sariel, right?
Yep.
There's no one that outranks her?
Not presently. Like they're technically they trade off duties so that no one's stuck in that position forever, but she's the current one. She's just also very hands-on. Like the idea is that after she does it for a while, she'll hand it off to someone else and just hold up the fort. But right now, since they seem to have been shorthanded dealing with all the trees, it's probably just more field commands. That said, she is here. She was just lurking in the back.
Anise will just kind of approach the nearest, not on the map person.
Yeah.
Ranger and ask where Sariel is, if she's back from fighting the trees yet or not.
Yeah. So you managed to find a ranger, a bit of a, well, we say younger, but like with elves, it's kind of hard to tell. This is an elven woman who goes, oh yeah, Sariel, she's back there. She got back a little bit ago. I think she's just been collecting news from where everyone's at, but she stepped back there. She's just around behind the bar if you're looking.
Cool. So Anise will collect Penelope and Iden. No,
Okay.
Iden stepped outside.
Yeah, he walked out very uncomfortably.
Anise will collect Penelope and go see Sariel.
And there she is. Yeah, so you find her. She's got I'm not going to make you roll to know what this is. She has a stone that she's holding up to her ear and occasionally talking at. She's using a sending stone to send messages back and forth to someone. And she notices the two of you walking around. She goes, right, hold on. Anise, Penelope, how are you doing?
Well, we're here. We're alive.
Glad to see everyone's alive. That's important.
Yes.
I think we're finally in the cleanup phase on this tree incident.
Good, good. We have a lot of information that we need to give to you and by proxy all of the ranges, everyone, basically.
Never a dull moment with your lot. Never a dull moment. But if you know things, definitely. We're a bit confused. We got a bit of a briefing from Alder with regards to seeds, and then things started just bursting up throughout. So we spread out and attacked them.
Certainly never a dull moment around us. I hope that's not our fault, but
I can't imagine it would be.
Things seem to go very fast around us. And so Anise will basically just relay the situation about Ainnash and the trees and all that jazz.
Sure. I'm not going to make you recap it a bajillion times because I know every time we run into NPCs, you end up getting stuck doing that. Yes, you recap it.
And she will mention that there's potentially one unaccounted for seed that Clover Ainnash may have kept or that might have been planted somewhere and they haven't found yet.
Based on how quickly those things grow, I suspect we'd find it sooner or later.
Yeah, so he probably held on to one.
Either held on to it or didn't bring it.
Perhaps.
It's a thing to worry about later, I suppose. Like for right now, I've been hearing in from the different teams that we got to them before they were too big, and obviously having the extra firepower of a few dozen extremely talented druids and rangers in the midst certainly helped.
And she will also she'll bring out one of the roots that she has and just mention that hang on, we collected 3, so that's 5? Yeah. So that's 5 more that should still have roots in them.
All right. 1 second. I'll tell everyone to recover those and bring them here. And she doesn't really step too far away, but she holds up the stone to her head and she says something very rapidly in Elvish. It's very quick too. Like for contrast to when she's speaking to you in, English, common, bad fake accent, she speaks in a bit more measured tone, but when she goes to Elvish, she's going at a much higher speed than even normal Elvish. Anise, having grown up in this environment, knows that a lot of times, specifically elves, aren't as quick on the uptake for common English because they have less exposure to it. Practically everyone in the area has to know Elvish, so they kind of roll with it. They're conservative like that. And she barks orders rapid fire that they seem to all understand, and then she nods, even though no one can see it but her and the two of you. Right, we'll make sure they get all those accounted for. It sounds like they're very important.
The contained mana that was come from the ley lines, and who knows what kind of things could happen to them, or could, if they get in the wrong hands, it could probably be very bad. I am so tired, I'm sorry.
Would you like somewhere to sleep? I mean, I know you've got your parents and everything, but we've got rooms.
We just need to get to the point where we can stop and take a break and sleep. We're not there quite yet.
Sounds like you've been burning at every end.
Yeah, although knowing that people are out there taking care of the trees is doing a lot. It's a definite help, because that means we don't have to go personally make sure that the trees are taken care of.
Yeah, from what we could tell, most of the trees weren't very effective at ranged combat. But unfortunately, a number of our people got in close and were hit with a nasty bath of pollen spores or something. And they got sick, but it was nothing we couldn't recover from.
Yeah, I think we faced down the big one, the one that was planted right on the place where all the ley lines intersect. Of course, we took care of that one.
And thank you for that. When we first saw that one coming up, we wanted to move in on it, but your grandfather said he had it taken care of, and we didn't have time to argue. He's a bit stubborn, but we respect him.
That's an understatement, but yeah, he was holding his own against Ainnash.
It's impressive. Dead apostles are a pain in the arse.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this one managed to get away, and we haven't been having much success finding anyone that could scry on him to figure out where he is. He's probably just about as tapped as we are, so it would be a good time to go try and capture him, but if we can't find him, we can't do that, and almost everyone in our group is tapped.
I suspect if he stepped out through a tree, like you're saying, he could be almost anywhere in the world.
He could, yeah. So the chances of actually finding him, it would need to be someone that has traveled a lot around the world and knows places. And then even when we find him, it would depend on where he is. We would have to be someone that can scry and also teleport there by some means.
What about Nora?
Oh, that's true. Nora did say she would be here, and I haven't seen her.
She probably would know a fair bit. She travels a lot. She got back a bit ago.
Is she here in the barracks?
No, she got back. I mean, in the village, she's usually out, but she got back a few days ago.
Oh.
I saw her when we were making the rounds, and honestly, during the converting of all of this, she was the one who said that we should make sure we have a fully stocked bar.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
But yeah, I'm not sure where she is right now. I didn't see her when we were out fighting the trees. She's more of a healer. She might be in town tending to the wounded.
Before I ask this, does Anise know if she has like a house or a place in Sherwood?
She does.
Okay.
She does have a house.
Yes. Well, I do know where she lives, but chances are she's not there. Chances are she's helping out wherever she can. Well, I suppose we could go try and look for her.
Potentially she was at the church healing people and saw a 14-foot centaur be very upset.
Essentially.
So I wasn't going to say anything because meta's not
Right.
fun, but she was absolutely there and you've never met her, so you didn't know.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, she's helping the healing.
Yeah.
She probably has an impression right now.
Yeah, she was among the healers there, but she wasn't the one that you talked to, and since you've never met her, I didn't give that away.
No, it's okay. I don't know who she is.
And now I know what class she is. Well, I knew she was a druid.
Yeah, you knew she was a druid, yeah.
What circle?
Yeah.
What concentration? Hi, Shelley. Can you not stand right on my notes?
I think we have representatives of every circle and a few non-canonical circles at this point, because I made a lot of druids. So
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we need to relay as much of this information as we can. There's going to be a lot to talk about in the meeting tomorrow, but
it sounds like it.
there is something else to look out for. Let me go get. Let me either go get. It's these mushrooms that will grow up to become beholders. We found them in the inn, but they could be around here too. We don't know if those were the only ones. But let me. I'll be
Charming.
right back. Let me either go get them or go get the person that has them.
As you're turning to leave, she grabs one of the rangers walking by. Hey, go with her, find out what that is, and then get your team to do a sweep.
Oh, yes.
Right, yes, man. And you have now been given a ranger who is now going to be on tracking duty for the mushrooms.
Cool. Do I know this ranger? Do I know his name?
This one, let me check the list, because I had to make a list, because look at all these NPCs.
I'm like, are you secretly just going to elfnames.com?
No, I actually had to make these because they all have stuff. They all have stuff.
We love elfnames.com.
You know what? I bet it exists.
I'm sure there's something. Nope. This is It is Soren Nightshade.
Oh.
Who you recognize. In fact, I'm just going to drag his token up here because it was at the bottom of the map anyway.
Oh, it was the guy that was with the horses.
It's the guy that was with the horses.
Oh, elfnames.com is available for sale.
Ooh. I mean, if anyone wants to kill time with domain names.
We're about to pull a McElroy.
I mean,
We're about to pull a Justin.
I might.
Yeah, so this here is absolutely he looks tired. He's had a day, but he's taken the instruction and he's rolling with it.
$4,600. Why?
You too can own elfnames.com for $4,600.
Or you could pay $14 for elfnames.org.
Whoa.
No one wants .org.
Elfnames.online is on sale for $4.99.
Wow. Elfnames.biz though.
Elfnames.art.
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
What about elfnames.elf? I don't know. Anyway.
Elfnames.
Focus. I missed whatever you said last because I was too distracted by the $4,600 that you have.
That is admittedly a lot for elf names. I feel like there's something to that.
You would not be able to make your money back.
No.
Oh,
That is not a domain that you flip.
Elf to me.
Get on it then. Untapped market.
I think my favorite thing though is it also suggested fairynames.com as an alternative in case I wanted.
This actually does make me wonder, is there a domain name that's .fae? Because that would be amazing.
Whoa,
Could you just get something .fa? Because that sounds amazing.
If it does, I have... Oh, sorry. We don't currently offer .fae domains.
That's only the one.
Well, no, it's dot.
Oh.
It literally says we don't offer .fae.
Oh well.
I really feel like .fa should be an extension.
Let's get on it. Anyway.
All right,
okay.
somebody do that. Yeah. So yeah, poor Soren Nightshade is he's gonna follow you over and he's gonna get to work. But yeah, he looks kind of somber in general.
Evening, Soren. See you looking as chipper as usual.
I've had a very, very hard week. But never takes a break, right?
Nope.
At the risk of sounding like a country western song, I lost my horse.
Oh no.
Speaking of lost horses, where did I
there's some splishing, splashing. Granted, there's probably splishing, splashing anyways, because that does look like some waves.
Is Aiden playing in the water?
He's calming himself down, like he's
Like zoom out.
splashing like on the edge, because he's he can climb the side of this thing. He's just
Oh, I
he's
see it
just
now. Okay, this map is so
yeah.
big.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Splashing some water on his face. He's below though, so like he's not above.
Could she have seen him then, or is she just following the splishing?
If you call his name, he'll pop out.
Aiden? Is that you?
And his like head pops out from the side. Yeah.
So just your head's popped up, right?
Yeah.
What's he doing down there?
Like, I needed to just take a moment in the water. Do you need me?
Are you
I
safe
know.
over here? Oh my God, there's a horse.
Yes,
Ah.
Centaur.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, I'm
Soren,
sorry.
Aiden, this is Soren.
Crawls over the top side and
Sorry, I didn't expect that.
I was going to warn you.
Well, no, you kind of did. You did say, speaking of horses, that's on me for not assuming centaur.
oh. How do you do?
A pleasure to meet you, Lord Centaur. Welcome to our village, or the barracks of our village.
Call me Aiden, Suncatcher, or just
Very
Aiden.
well, Lord Aiden, Suncatcher, just Aiden.
Okay. What should I? You said what was your name?
Soren Nightshade. I'm of the Sherwood Rangers.
That's nice to meet you, Sora Nightshade of the Sherwood Rangers.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Does like a little bow.
He returns the bow. I was told from my captain that you possess something that we need to look at and then search the village for others. Something of a mushroom.
Yes. Yeah. Let me just kind of like
That's the village. I would check all the areas where there were trees too. Could be anywhere.
The vial in his.
Oh, that is hideous.
Oh yeah, there's two of them.
Not ideal.
Can I hold this for a second just to make sure?
Yeah. He passes one of the vials over.
Okay, so he picks it up and you can see him holding it and inspecting it a bit. He nods to himself. He casts a very brief spell. Right, I've marked it. All right, I'll keep an eye out for these. All right, I'm gonna get my squad together, and we're gonna do a sweep of the village first, just to make sure that, God forbid, the children don't find one or something, and we'll spread out over the night.
We found these in a room in the inn where that fucker was staying.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. I can't imagine how miserable it would be if this were to grow into an even larger and uglier mushroom monster.
And be careful.
Out there.
I know
I'm
the spot that I had found them was trapped. I don't think that's going to be the case with all of them, but I also don't know if these mushrooms produce that toxin to begin with, or if it was the setup of the trap itself. Just make sure you're wearing a mask just in case when you approach them.
Understood. We'll take every precaution.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for both of you. I'm going to go get some assistance on it.
And you said he looked like really tired out. Like, is he damaged at all? I'm just gonna.
He's not damaged. He just looks like, as stated, like he's had a long week. Like, this was the miserable cherry on the top of a very bad week.
Yeah.
Does he look much more tired than normal, though?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
For Anise, roll history, and we'll see how much you remember about this guy.
All right, cool.
Oh Lord.
1 or 20. What's it going to be, Anise?
18.
Close enough.
A respectable 18.
A respectable 18, yes. So, yeah, you know that this guy, he's been a ranger for a while. He's a true elf. And as you can tell from his complexion a bit in here, he's actually got a bit more dark elf in his family tree, which is less common, but still elves. and he's been active for a while. He was known among the locals as very much the like a cavalier. Like he did have a horse, and his horse was a very large and impressive horse that he spent a lot of time grooming, to the point where occasionally people would make off-color jokes about it. But he loved his horse very much so, and also he was quite talented, or I guess is quite talented as a rider. He would cover ground faster than anyone when they would do occasional contests. He was generally favored to win, and people were taking bets on how many seconds faster he would get to the finish line before everyone else. He and his horse were inseparable, and so the news that his horse died earlier in the week, understandably, he feels pretty down.
Yeah.
Aww.
So now sad Hulk music plays as he has to walk to the village.
Oh. Sorry to hear about your horse, by the way.
It's a tragedy, but unfortunately it's the nature of hunting monsters.
Well, you might be happy to know that we were able to do something about the bubble that the monsters have recently been coming through, so no more big ones should get through at least.
That's reassuring. The one that got us, unfortunately, it's strange. Do you know what a Dryda is?
Do I know what a Dryda is? That is
What role would that be?
That would be. I think this would be an Arcana check.
Arcana.
We're still a -1, but we're doing it. Holy shit.
Well,
Holy shit.
Wow.
God damn that -1.
all right. Well, both of you know what a Dryder is, as it turns out. Here is a picture of a Dryder for your reference.
Just like the name of.
I know what a Drider is, because I'm terrified of them.
You should be.
Scaroused.
That was in Tales of Nowhere.
That was in Tales of Nowhere. We also encountered them in the campaign I played with CJ.
Yeah. I am very scaroused by Driders.
Yeah,
It's important to have a distinction.
I was in Tales of Nowhere.
I think that's where I'd heard about it, and I'm just like, wait, I know this word. Ah.
I was just like, but does Aiden know?
Right. Well, Aiden does know, as it turns out. Aiden was told many scary stories about these from Nina.
Oh yeah. He just
Like, inevitably, the first time that you found a spider and you're like, oh, that's not so bad, she's like, watch out for the big ones.
Oh yeah, no, that's 100% her. Okay, yeah, he's just like shivering. He's like, oh god.
Nobody tell Penelope that Driders exist.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Just don't tell her. She doesn't.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Be careful in the proximity of the wellspring. My horse Archon and I were there getting water, and it was strange. But out of nowhere, the upper half of a Dryda poked out of the water, and I thought it was strange. And in the split second of my confusion, Archon pulled back and threw me off of his back just as it grabbed him and pulled him under the water.
So it's still out there.
I'm afraid so. I was going to, I've warned the locals to keep away, but they've been a bit distracted today, so we haven't taken care of it yet.
And you said this was which river?
Is it the Sherwood Wellspring? It's upriver. We've cordoned off the area, so no one should be in there for a bit, but that's where we saw her.
Later.
Well, if we can capture it, we can send it back, but I think it's probably going to be easier just to kill it.
I would be in favor of you killing it personally. It's an inherently twisted creature.
It's so weird.
That's one where like even Aiden's just like, no, from what I know, they're very much intelligent and evil together. Unlike the trees, this is actually a problem.
Yeah. So based on your 19. You know that driders are very intelligent and are, in many cases, they're capable of spell casting.
Yeah.
They tend to set up and prey upon whatever's around them, but they generally don't wander too far from a given location. So this one, presumably coming through the portal, would have set up shop nearby and would probably still be there.
Yeah. Like, no, he's 100%. Like, this is actually a problem. Like, that's we've got to take this. There is no peace when it comes to driders, as far as I know.
How close is the wellspring to Anise's little hideaway?
Oh, it's upriver. Like, this is not super close. It's reasonable to assume, based on your rolls, that this thing came through, found the water, probably felt sick just from orienting itself to this side of the world, and probably just went upstream until it found somewhere dark to settle in.
Okay. No, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, that.
Count to that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that after we get these mushroom things sorted out, I can get together a group to go take care of it. But as far as we've been able to tell the last few days, it's not leaving its area. So as long as we keep out of it, it shouldn't wander too far out. It doesn't seem to like the sunlight, at least.
The sunlight and the fact that it really can't sustain here on the other side is definitely in your favor.
Do you think we could wait it out?
Probably not. There's enough mana here and being kept in by the bounded fields, so it can probably live here. It's probably not comfortable, but it can live.
Yeah. It's just right now there's an advantage. Not sure how long that'll last.
Well, whatever the case, yes. I'm gonna get this this knowledge about the spores out to the locals. Should the lot of you decide that you want to go encounter this Drider, what I'm sure is going to be a very busy few days for you, then you'd obviously have my blessings and appreciation. And if you do happen to find the remains of Archon, please give him a proper burial for me.
Absolutely.
There's no way he survived being pulled under by that creature.
Aiden takes his hand in his and clasps it, and he's like, "We will do so."
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Centaur, Aiden Centaur.
Lord Aiden Centaur.
He's just trying to adjust. He's like, you can just call me Aiden.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I guess, are we gonna go back into the lady then? Is that where he just kind of looks at Anise. He's like, do you want to go back in?
We've gotten the word out about the trees and the roots and Ainnash and now the mushrooms. So that's about all we needed to do here, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the rest are still coming here.
As they come here, Sariel will inform them about the whole situation.
I was gonna say, I was hoping Nina would be here by now. And apparently Kilfac is here, so that's...
I have what might be a lead on someone that could potentially scry and maybe transport via plants as well.
Oh, really?
She's a druid, so if it's in her... If she prepared those spells for today...
Our biggest problem is... it seems like nobody really paid attention to him here.
Well, you've got the blood, so there's at least that.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that did encounter Clover, I think the only one that could scry on him with first-hand knowledge is Grandpap. Well, actually, it probably not, but it's worth a shot. We should go ask Scraggly. Why not? He's a druid.
Yeah, he did see him.
Fought a land shark with him.
Yeah. He definitely met him.
So
he just kind of peeks his head back in, looks around, and then like pops back in. Face is a little wet because he, splashed his face.
I was gonna say, while they're still outside, Penelope's just gonna ask Sariel about if she can do anything to help with getting the druids out of Germany, or the elves out of Germany.
Oh, I suppose they probably need a ride back then, don't they? I'm sure that there's any number of people that can help out in the morning once they've had a chance to rest and choose their spells for the day. Because D&D is weird with propelled spellcasting for druids because they don't have spell books. But whatever. I'm sure we can get someone to get on top of that in the morning. We've got a few people who specialize in transport. I think they were originally going to be going and getting people for the meeting, but quite honestly, I'm not sure that the meeting's going to go on schedule as it is, depending on how everyone feels in the morning. But yes, that's a good point. Like, we can get that taken care of as long as we've got someone who's been to the area or someone who's capable of scrying on one of the people from the inn. And wait a minute. One of my people was in the inn. Well, we'll scry on his lazy ass for not coming back with you.
Wait, who was there?
One of my rangers was apparently getting drunk during the day, and disappeared. He, for his sake, he better be in Germany.
What are you gonna do if he wasn't in Germany?
I'm gonna kick his ass for not showing up when we called for everyone to go fight trees.
You know what? Fair. Cool.
But yeah, we should be able to scry on him without too much trouble. Like, I suspect that in the morning a number of people are going to be preparing scry, if only to keep an eye on what exactly the hell happened.
Yeah. Ooh.
The perks of having a large number of druids in one place.
You know what? Fair. Cool. Okay. I guess that's that on that.
We're definitely going to have a busy weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep so hard tonight.
You should. It sounds like you've had an incredibly busy day.
Yeah. I feel bad for anybody who has to sleep near me, though, because I'm probably going to snore like crazy.
If they've had a half as busy day as you, they should be able to sleep through it.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully. All right, well, thank you for your help.
No, thank you for your service to Sherwood. Should you get somehow bored and need more ways to excite yourself or what have you, we do have a board back there with other stuff that needs to be done on account of how short-handed we are now.
Oh boy.
No pressure, but there are rewards.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll think about it. I might stop back by in the morning.
No rush. I don't think anything on the board is extremely pressing. We've just got some stragglers from that bubble you showed us, or that we showed you, that you took care of.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna drag her over to near where Beech is.
Yeah, he's made his rounds now.
It's about this time that Anise walks up and plops down in the chair next to Magmar.
I will plop my booty behind them.
No, okay, I guess I'm sitting on Kwaku.
Oh, no, it's fine. Whatever. Just don't tell the monk, I guess.
Sits on Kwaku, ignores Kwaku to talk to Magmar. Evening, Mr. Magmar.
Salutations to you too, Miss Anise.
Weird question. You don't happen to know how to scry, do you?
I do indeed. It's how I've been
Oh.
keeping an eye on things back home. Do you have any...
So, do you remember do you remember Clover Mandrake from earlier when we fought the land sharks?
That kill-stealing son of a bitch?
Oh, he remembers.
He's the host of a dead apostle.
I didn't think little guy had it in him. Like, literally. I don't know how, but okay.
He's
Yeah,
the reason why there were all the red trees.
Ainnash is not Clover. Well, I mean, yeah, he is part of the reason.
Ainnash is possessing Clover. Ainnash is the reason for all the red trees. We fought him and nearly captured him, and the squirrely son of a bitch ran away through a tree. And we think he's probably about as exhausted as we all are, so it's probably our best shot at capturing him if we can figure out where he went and go get him.
I mean, I can try to do a look-see where he is, but I can't get you there. That's a bit outside my skill set.
I mean, just knowing where would be really helpful. At least we know we can keep tabs if he's moved again.
If you recognize where he's from, or where he is.
I can give it a look-see.
Yeah, being that you at least encountered him. We've also got some of his blood. That would help.
Oh, that would be very helpful, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and you just kind of like, is there something that you like? I know your mom, Anise, liked to use the cup. Is there something that you prefer, Mr. Scraggly?
This should be fine. He reaches over and he grabs a stein of alcohol. Hold on 1 second, and he downs the whole thing. All right, now we're good. Actually, hold on. And then he gets another drink. He's like, all right, now we're good.
Okay, so like Aiden takes like 2 drops of the blood, pops it into wherever he's got the container.
Yep, he just drips it in there. Like, all right, now hold on. And he puts his hand over the top of the big like stein, and he just goes, all right, this is going to take a little while, so I guess get comfortable.
Yeah.
And he starts to cast a spell.
Watching very intently. Go, Scraggly, go. May your kill-stealing passion drive you to the scry.
So Anise will hop back up. Squeeze between Raps and Kwaku, come over here and inform Penelope of what's happening.
I'm gonna move this chair so I don't crush it, but he's getting closer.
Well,
yep.
I guess we can all have a sit down.
Yeah. And then I asked Sariel about helping the elves in Germany. She said she's going to do that in the morning.
That's good.
So, as soon as we get a chance, I kind of want to set up camp for the night, you know? Like, we've still got to go have dinner with the fam.
Yeah, I think after we've gone all the way there and eaten, we're not going to want to move very far. So, well, if you can set up your dome.
I can set it up anywhere.
We can always camp out on the porch or in the yard. We couldn't all fit in my room.
Yeah.
Sleep on the floor in the main part of the house, I suppose. No, and we should probably find somewhere for Echo and Kwaku to stay, unless they want to camp with us.
I mean, they could stay here.
That is true.
We literally converted this place into like a makeshift inn.
Also true. I suppose we should ask them. I will go ask Echo what she wants to do. You want to talk to Kwaku?
Sure.
There is a stable here, but I don't think they want to put the wolf in with the horses. So.
I mean, the wolf might be okay with that.
Wolf be like, hell yeah.
It's like, oh, bed and breakfast.
Breakfast. I was really like,
Echo, we're going ahead and trying to figure out where everyone is going to sleep for the night. Being that it's a lot of elves around here and they don't need to sleep, there aren't a lot of places. They could probably house you here, although I don't know about your wolf. And then I think a lot of us are going to be camping out at my parents' place after dinner, so the choice is yours.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun. Honestly, I'm not used to being around so many people. There's a lot of people here.
There are a lot of people here. There will be a lot of people at dinner too, but it's all mostly people that you know.
That's good. I think I'll stick with a lot of you, if only because I don't like the way that some of these other rangers seem to be eyeing my wolf at times.
Also fair.
I would really hate for Ilya to have to do something to them.
Anise just kind of looks around and sees if there are any rangers that are actively glaring at the wolf.
They're all staring directly at their drinks right now. Something about the way that Echo makes eye contact with her red eyes seems to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's probably for the best if you come camp with us.
For their sake.
Yes. All right.
Hey, Kwaku.
Yes.
Do you want to stay here or do you want to camp with us tonight?
Oh, I missed you guys. I'm definitely going to hang out with you. Besides, if anything crazy happens, I want to be there this time.
Okay, so we might play Truth or Dare.
Oh dear. 3
Okay, how extreme?
players and 70 NPCs play Truth or Dare. In one big
How extreme a truth or dare are we talking here? I mean, like, I didn't bring enough clothes if it's that kind.
It's pretty extreme, but we'll probably tame it a little bit. Because the last time we played, I think, if I recall correctly, Anise ended up wearing Derek's clothes, but not for nasty reasons. And, like, I'm pretty sure Johnny ended up in a maid outfit. It was great. The game, I mean. We learned a lot about
No, I'm sure she could pull it off.
Oh, yeah, she pulls it off really well. Oh. I shouldn't have said it that way.
No, it's fine. She's
right
a nice
there.
lady.
Right there.
Anise has access to all of her clothes from when she was a kid.
But yeah, so it should be fun.
That sounds like fun then.
Truth or Dare before, and that's gonna be
He's
a
already naked.
Oh, this does sound like an adventure.
I mean, and you
Honestly, I appreciate the fact that the temperature here is different than in the giant castle that's surrounded by snow for some reason all the time.
You know, that's fair. But yeah, okay, cool.
Sounds like a plan then.
Yay!
All right, so we're going to extrapolate out that these conversations, even though they were quick, took 10 minutes just so that Aiden can find out whether or not Aiden has to do something now.
That's right. He's
All
staring
right.
very intently. It's scraggly.
Let's do some clover checks.
Please, scraggly.
I counted, and we could have upwards of 10 NPCs.
You might.
Involved in Truth or Dare if we include siblings. If siblings are included, we're having it be tame. If siblings are not included, who knows?
I appreciate the fact that we've come to terms with that an entire session could be Truth or Dare, and everyone's happy with that.
I'm also just tickled by the fact that, like, Kwaku was all in on it.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, it's just like, I don't have enough clothes. I'm like, you guys met Aiden fucking, like, naked. Like,
Look.
what are clothes?
Kwaku has just spent a month in a castle with
A bunch of
homunculi. And, like, that's not the best source of conversation.
That's true.
He's here for the social right now.
We can't hit the house. We'll be near water, but we won't have cell phone signal, so we can't dare anyone to call anybody.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
fine.
All right, Clover, we're gonna make you roll something.
Clover, I need you to fail it this time. Don't you dare roll another.
He
fucking
rolled really well last time. That was impressive.
God, I swear, if you do that again, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm showing you the rolls every time I do it.
I just want his passion to make it through. Hold on to that.
All right, so this is a wisdom save, as I recall.
Yeah.
Pop up that
damn good wisdom.
scry button. It's going to be off of Scraggly's stats. But all right, so Scraggly has first-hand knowledge because he's met him. So no penalty on that. And you've got a bit of blood, so the save modifier is pretty huge. So we'll see how this works.
If Scraggly gets this, I can't guarantee that he won't get the biggest smooch of his life.
Scraggly is not expecting this.
No, he's not.
We don't
I'm
know
not either. But he
Very
needs answers.
He has 70 kids. We don't know anything.
Not at all.
Scraggly has a colorful past that you may learn about in the OVA.
What about it, Magma? Do you want to come play Truth or Dare?
Oh my god. This
14 people
I
in Truth
don't
or Dare, and only 3 of them are people.
I don't even have to do 90% of the voices, and I'm still like, no, that's too many.
What about the Goliaths? What
No, Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Let's make this as hard on Will as possible.
No.
That would be something. So I'm just going to let you know that Clover did not roll well this time.
Yes! Do I see his eyes twitch? Do I see him like zooming in? I'm watching him so hard right now.
So at the 10-minute marker, after essentially swishing around the Stein for a while, Scraggly goes, let's see. Oh, there you are, you little bastard. And he looks down directly into it and he goes, huh. All right, let's see what I can do with that.
What that look like, Scraggly?
Let's see. Let me get something that can give you an idea of what the hell I'm looking at.
Anybody have a pencil, a pen, something, drawing, right now? Wait, do I have shit? Do I have shit in my bag? He's like fucking ravaging through. I don't fucking know. Inventory.
Yes, would, but she is all the way across the room, so I don't know if she would hear that.
Blanket, sets her clothes. Oh, he's not being quiet about this. I don't think I have like. No, I did have the book. I had the book that I was writing down info when I was fucking talking to Anise at our shop initially, right?
Let's say, don't you have the book where you draw plans?
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Yeah, you too. Yeah. Anise.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a spare pencil, right?
Oh,
And paper.
Yeah.
Okay. He just like moves the loaves away from the table. He's like, shh, puts that stuff down like right there.
Oh.
Looking over his.
Oh.
All right.
He's listening intently.
Oh, that's neat. So yeah. All right. So here's an idea. Does anybody have any dirt?
Dirt?
Yeah, just a little bit of dirt.
Hold up. He's like, make sure no one looks. Anise, cover me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I also have bread, but
Oh. You want to give dirt then?
I'm sure Anise would have some dirt on her, right?
I mean,
I've got some right now if you need it.
Don't take it away from baby Juniper.
That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna do.
Bag and pulls out like a little small bottle that she just always has dirt in. in case.
Just in
Nice,
case.
She's about to get a
Rich dirt. She just hands it over, uncorks the bottle.
All right, so he takes one of those trays that has a lot of bread on it, and he brushes the bread off of it, and then he pours the dirt on the tray, and then he's going to use a cantrip, Mold Earth, to give you an idea of a picture that he can see in his head. All right, here. Let's give you a remarkably high fidelity picture of what's in my head on account of this is what the picture we have is.
Is he like passed out right now? Is he, what's he doing?
He appears to be lying on his back, but he is breathing and he is slowly recovering, and he appears to be in very, very shallow water.
What is is just like that's all you see is just the water?
Unfortunately, yeah, you don't get a lot of the world around them when you scry. I'm gonna see if I can. Like, he's still got the image from the scry, and now I'm gonna see if he can pull more from that. Like, scrying is actually a very narrow spell, but people tend to ignore that, so it's actually useful. But let me just double check the radius. Within 10 feet of the target. So I think the boxes are actually covering it about right. Let's see. On a failed save, spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. And the duration is... I guess maybe that's what the 10 minutes was. I thought it took 10 minutes to cast. It does. It takes 10 minutes to cast, and it lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, he's got 10 minutes to peek around. So as he is walking around concentrating on it, he's molding the earth to sort of give you a low-fidelity version of what he can see. All right, let's see. There's a fair bit of water around him. It seems to be pretty shallow. He seems to be lying in it like some kind of hot tub or something. I don't know. This guy's weird. Oh god, he's a lot uglier than he used to be. He's covered in shrooms.
Yeah. Scraggly, are there currents in the water, or is it very like standstill water?
It's kind of stagnant. I can actually see a little bit of reflection in it.
Okay. So
I think I can.
River, at least.
No, it doesn't appear to be a river. I think it's a bit of a shallow pool somewhere. Looking around, it's pretty dark actually, but on account of the weird way that Dungeons and Dragons works, you can scry in the dark if you have dark vision. I don't know, it's weird, but it's just how that works. And looking around,
can you tell us what you see?
Looking around, I can see like he's breathing pretty heavy. There's a bunch of like I said, mushrooms around him. He's got some little. Oh, that's weird. He's got some little mushroom people walking around him too. They seem to be taking care of his wounds a bit. A little bit of some plants. I think they're blights walking around as well. He seems to have a little bit of a coterie of stuff around him. If I'm being honest, it's kind of weird that he has so many well-trained creatures. Let's see. There's not too. I think he's in some kind of. It looks like it might be more of a pond.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd wager that he probably popped out of a tree somewhere nearby based on why else would he be there? But I don't see any other people, just these weird creatures that he seems to surround himself with, and he looks like he was beat all to hell.
Yeah. When you say nearby, like nearby Sherwood?
I can't really tell how close he is. I can just tell that he's in water.
Yeah, and what time of day it is, and is it still golden hours now, or is it actually starting to get dark?
It looks like it's about sunsetting for him. Okay,
so we're in same time zone as far as we know.
As far as I can tell, he seems to be there. Yeah.
Are there any ponds that you know of nearby?
Are there any ponds?
There's still water in the area, but it doesn't narrow it down extremely. Like so there's the running water that's been on most of the maps that I've shown you so far. Yeah. There are a number of areas similar to the area that's perpetually in autumn that are just sort of locked into a certain environmental state. There are ponds. There's places where people go to fish. There are areas that, are still water. Like, they just sort of sit there. A lot of them are, unfortunately, the breeding grounds for bugs and all kinds of stuff, too. But there's a sufficient number of them that you can't immediately think of one to just go check. Like, it's still a full biome.
Yeah. Are there any plants in this shallow water?
There's a few trees nearby, not too big though. This area definitely has a foresty canopy up, but near the water it seems to be pretty small. Like, the trees that are up there are pretty tall and just stretched over it. I can't see too much of the sky through it though. It's pretty dark.
Do you recognize the type of tree that it is?
Let's see if Scraggly knows. This is kind of fun that you're relying on the dwarf that lives on a mountain volcano island to identify a plant.
He's still a druid. I
It's
want
true.
him to know his plants.
I'm entertained that he has to roll for it.
I'll make him roll for all the questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the druid that does not have nature.
Oh my god.
Guidance.
Guidance.
We both thought of it at the same time, but it already rolled.
Guidance.
I mean, I'll let you have it because he rolled a 4 and has a minus bonus on his intelligence. So
Oh.
let's add your guidance. Which came out to a 2. So, like, his total on that is 5.
Yeah.
I'm afraid not. Not really much of a plant feller.
Any animals, like any insects in the air? Any like fish?
Mostly I'm seeing those weird
Just the shrooms.
seeing those weird mushroom people and those plant people.
Do the mushrooms look like the mushrooms on his body, or are they different?
No, hold on. And he like runs his hand over the little soil tray again. And they look like a less technicolor version of these things.
Oh.
Mushroom blights. Yeah.
The myconids.
That one looks like a small puppy.
A little bit. Yeah, he has got a collection of mushroom monsters tending to his wounds.
Well, at least we know he's still in Clover, and we know he's alive.
In a big forest with a pond.
That it really doesn't narrow
There's-
it down. There's so many ones.
It's currently dark. Potentially he could still be in Sherwood. We don't know.
Probably at least somewhere in Europe.
That's true. You know he's not in America.
Or
Yeah.
Africa.
Contrary to all the jokes, he did not go to Florida.
Or Africa. Probably not in Asia.
One of the things that I'm like, potentially, do you think that there's a place hidden back by the school? I mean, he had his whole own greenhouse there. Who's to say that he doesn't have a hidden pond area for recouping?
Yeah, he could be there. Could be somewhere here. Could be somewhere in
And the
Japan.
trees are just the only thing that I'm concerned about. I mean, you said that you could see a tree, though, right?
There are trees nearby. They're not very close to him, but when I gave the scry a little walk around, I found some trees overlooking the water.
And you can't do tree walk, can you?
That's not really one of my skills, no. Not quite up to that level yet.
I know someone who can. I don't know if she has it available, but we could try and track it down.
Just knowing that he is tapped out for the moment is still good. Scraggly, you are amazing, and I just like hugs him, and it's just like, thank you so much.
No problem. Wait, just to clarify, is it good or bad that this guy's alive? Because I'm getting mixed messages here.
Good. If he first of all, Clover doesn't deserve any of that. Second of all, if he dies, then Ainnash gets free.
That would be unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like he's unfortunately got the, or perhaps fortunately got the medical attention of what I can only assume are mushrooms that went to medical school, because they seem to know what they're doing.
I'm impressed, actually. Juniper, you want to learn how to be a medic? Just like looks
So
down
I guess
here.
if we're done, Anise will just kind of try and collect as much of the soil back into her jar.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can get that, make it a bit easier for you. And uses mold earth to pull it all together into one clump.
Well,
Mold earth is a
I
fun
guess
cantrip that doesn't get nearly enough use.
it
I
does
almost
not.
took it instead of mending.
It's a fun thing to play with.
Well, I guess we can take a little detour to try and find Nora. She can be in one of two places. She's either at a house, or more likely she's somewhere being a medic.
Oh, there were a bunch of medics by the church when I went there earlier. But I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, we could check in there at least.
Okay.
Someone there probably at least would know where she is if she's
Well,
not there.
Yeah, that one guy did, tell me about a guy being in his house still. So yeah, they probably know. He was very helpful.
All right, I think we've done everything we can do here, so shall we?
Yeah. Thank you again, Scraggly.
No problem. I'm happy to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse
You're
me,
fine.
I believe I fell behind a little bit on my drinking, so I'm going to have to catch up.
Oh yeah.
The bartender.
Yeah, someone is bringing him drinks. They seem to be entertained at the fact that this is the first time they've ever had to serve a dwarf.
Anise will just take out one of the cursed dragon gold coins and put it on the bar and go, "This is for his tab." I know money doesn't really mean anything here, but
Still, it makes for an interesting collectible. I'm sure my kid would love it.
Don't give it to the child.
what you do with it is your business.
Spread that cursed dragon gold.
I don't think Anise knows it's cursed.
Even better. I just appreciate the fact that in actual Type Moon canon, the Einspurn's cursed gold is blamed for why they constantly fail at everything.
All right.
So, Beech, did you find the paladins?
Look at this girl.
Oh, yeah, I did a walk around. I didn't really find any of them yet, although I did run into someone that I do know. He said he knows you.
Who?
Fidon.
Hi, Mr. Fidon.
Oh no, who's he?
You haven't met him.
I haven't.
Hi there, Penelope. How are you? Wait, that's not his voice. Damn it. I almost got through a session and then I failed. Whatever. Almost got there. Hi, Penelope. How are you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm here on behalf of the Edelfelts because they wanted to have someone with an ear on the goings-on, even though, well, druid duties, you know?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know much about druid duties, but I guess.
Yeah, she's put together a bit of a thing in the future. I believe it's actually fortunate that I'm running into the bunch of you because a mutual friend wanted to reach out to you, and I said I'd mention her if I saw you. So, how would you like to have another conversation with the nice lady that you met in Paris?
With Lucretia?
That would be her.
Oh my god, yeah. I actually did really need to talk to her. I was just gonna try and do sending or something.
I don't think you're going to need to do that. She's going to be in attendance for this event as well.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
For the druid meeting?
You're not even here.
No, Kim is asking.
Yeah. But yeah, I assume she's here for the druid. Wait, why would she be here for the druid meeting?
He leans in a little bit closer, and what he tells you is she's closer to Gaia than any of the druids, so she kind of has a standing invitation.
You know, that's fair.
But she's following up on the event that she mentioned to you from I guess it was a week or so ago now.
Yeah.
They've made some progress on that and wanted to keep the two of you in the loop.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So is she? I guess is she here tonight?
She'll be here in the morning.
Okay, good.
She's just coming in for the day. She was going to come in earlier, but she told me to pass along the message that apparently one of her coworkers was up to something in the area and she had to go do some cleanup duty.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah. She's not happy with him at all.
Good. Because I needed to talk to her about him.
Oh, did you have the pleasure of meeting him?
I wouldn't call it the pleasure of meeting him, but yes.
Did you kick the shit out of him?
I mean, I personally didn't, but he wasn't looking too hot when he disappeared, so.
Good enough. Yeah, he's a mess. I'm still kind of mad at him for Germany, so.
So it was his fault.
He makes a mess of everything. It's like a bull in a china shop, except bulls tend to eventually stop.
That sounds exhausting.
It's a tiring thing.
I've been rolling to see if Annie notices, and she has not broken a 10.
Oh. Yeah, he's just on the other side of Kwaku.
Well, but yeah, I'd love to talk to her when she gets here tomorrow.
Sure, I'm sure she'll find you. She's very good at that. I'm sure she's got plenty to catch up with you on, too. Seems like you guys hit it off pretty well back in France, so I would pay very careful attention if she makes you any business offers to make sure you really think them through before you accept them, because she's very much of the type who expects people to honor their deals.
Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely be careful about any deals.
It's probably for the best. Hey, is that the...
Sorry.
What was that?
I'm just like trying really hard to like keep my laughter in, and I'm like, whoops.
Oh no, I giggle for it too. Like, oh yes, the deals.
Is that
I
the
just feel
tiefling from Paris over there?
It is. That's Johnny.
Upon hearing her name, Johnny moves closer. Oh, hi there. How have you been?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you. You seem a lot, if it's not too rude for me to say, you seem a lot more chipper than you were before. Well, I've been having a good week. Well, that's good. Glad someone is. Wait, is that the muck? How much of Paris did you bring here?
At this point,
Unintentionally, a good chunk.
at this point, Anise
Johnny
notices.
came with us, and Derek. Actually, I think it's just Johnny and Derek that came along. And then Anise is over there.
Anise, upon hearing her name, what? Leans and sees between Raps and Kwaku. Oh, hello, Mr. Fidon.
Mr. Fidon. Just peeks his head over the side.
Oh, hi, Anise. How are you? Surviving? Glad it
Yeah,
seems everyone's alive and okay.
I suppose you're here on behalf of the Edelfelds.
Yeah, and in part that, and in part just druid's gonna druid, I guess.
True.
I've got a bit of an errand or two to run, catching up here, getting some things ready for that event that our mutual friend is planning.
Ah, yes, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotta-
the party.
Yeah.
Got a few things to sort out, a few things that she would like shared with the druid leadership before they make too many decisions.
Oh, so you're here on her behalf too.
I'm in an awkward middleman position because I work for one and have outstanding obligations to the other. But so far it's all working out, so.
Outstanding obligations. What'd you do?
She helped us out of a bind a bit ago, and now we're just paying it back.
Ah.
Yeah.
What a
Perception to creep.
And Penelope's gonna like tap Anise on the arm and just gesture to lean down.
She leans down.
And she's gonna whisper in her ear like, she's gonna be here tomorrow morning. She's actually gonna be here
Oh,
for the meeting.
that's convenient.
So,
You need to talk to her, right?
yep, that'll save me a sending spell.
Yeah.
How good is my creeping?
But
If you're creeping, it's probably stealth, or are you just eavesdropping?
I'm like listening to everything going on and looking at this dude as well because I don't know who the fuck he is.
Well, you can't hear them whispering from over there because there's just a lot of noise in the middle of you. But you can definitely see that Anise and Penelope are interacting with some other guy that you haven't met before. And that Beech is over there, and now Johnny's over there. And they're all just sort of... They're speaking at a lower level. You can't tell what they're saying, but you can tell that they're trying to be a little more hush-hush about it. You can also see that Vivi has walked over and is now sitting next to Scraggly. And she's assessed the fact that Scraggly is taller than her and goes, uh-huh. And now she is ordering drinks, and she's trying to get into a drinking contest with him, which she will lose.
Oh, Vivi, that might not be a great idea.
No, I got this. It's fine.
Vivi.
Excuse me, Mr. Fernand, and she's gonna like walk over. Vivi,
Yes. I haven't drunk yet. What? No, what?
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Roll persuasion.
Vivi,
Fine.
don't do
Jesus.
Fine. That's a bonus.
it.
All right, fine, but I just want you to know I could have. She stares at Scraggly. I could have drunk you under the table.
And
I'm sure you could, ma'am.
You really can. Like, I'm doing this for your sake, sir.
I
feel
appreciate
like
your assistance.
Yeah, so I'm definitely doing this for your sake because she could. The reason she really likes turning things into cows is because she can drink a cow under the table.
I can do it.
She can do it.
Looks at Scraggly. I feel like I don't even need to roll that insight. It's just like I know he's just playing nice. Like, no, this man's been drinking.
She sounds relatively convincing that she could do it.
I'm gonna try and persuade Aiden. Roll in persuasion.
Ugh.
I'm not persuaded. I think Scraggly could win this.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me right now, Aiden?
Do you see? This man was drinking when we got in here.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Have you met Vivi?
Yes.
You know she can now drink this guy.
All right, Scraggly, my honor's on the line at this point. I think we're gonna have to tell Vivi to.
I'm not here to get a polite bard lady drunk.
Thank you. See, because he would win.
No, he would.
He knows. He knows.
Oh, I could totally do it. I'm sure you could, ma'am.
Ooh.
Vivi narrows her eyes. All right, we're gonna get a rematch tomorrow night, giving you time to get sober so that it's a fair fight.
Vivi, I take it back.
Oh.
Destroy him.
Oh, we'll do it tomorrow night. He's already had a few. I don't want to handicap. All right. Plus, I want to take bets. People underestimate me.
I just think that this might be like his area. I'm really good at reading people, Vivi, and I feel like that this is his expertise. Am I wrong, Scraggly?
I have a great many talents.
One of them is absolutely destroying a land shark.
I have been known to destroy a land shark. That's true.
Land sharks have nothing to do with...
It's just one of his many talents. I just wanted to add that talent in there.
I mean, that's valid. However,
look at this majestic beard and eye. He used what's it called again? Fuck. The Stein to scry. Doesn't that tell you something?
Anise's mom uses a teacup.
Yeah, but that's not alcohol.
Wait, yeah, I wasn't there. Never mind.
But we do have to find somebody, apparently. There's what was her name? Anise. It was like Nora, and he's just like calling over to her.
Yeah, Nora.
Wait, is that guy a horse?
What?
Oh,
God.
yes.
Did An just notice that there's a centaur?
Yeah, he's a centaur. Aiden,
All right.
This is Aiden. Aiden, this is Fidon, a family friend.
Wait, how do you say that name?
Fidon, Fidan.
Oh, Fidon. Nice. He just kind of like leans over the side of the table and just like waves at you. Nice to meet you. Is he also half elf or like
Full elf.
Full elf. How old does he look? My perception of earlier.
Your ability to identify elven age is a challenge.
That is a challenge. The question is not exactly. It's just like young or old.
Oh.
Medium. Medium rare. What?
Older than Anise.
He's older than Anise. He's been
But
around a
not, like-
while. He's not like
like-
ancient elder elf or anything, but he's
Is he
older
more
than
like
Anise.
Anis's mom's kind of gauge that he would go off of? Or like younger than that?
You would wager he's in the ballpark of being born in the 1800s.
Yeah, Anise is
Not bad.
young for a mom. If that makes any sense.
Oh, you're right, yeah. I forgot about that. Shit, you right. I mean, shoot, he don't see no wrinkles.
Well, I mean,
Don't
elf
really get
doesn't
skin
crack,
tone.
so you know.
Oh man, that's also true. Teach me your morning face wash routine.
Prestidigitation. Actually, no, he's a
Honestly.
druidcraft.
I have druid crap. All right, my skin's gonna look great forever. Bye, guys.
Just leave.
I'm good now. I know all the secrets I gotta know. That was the true druid secret.
The true druid craft.
To keep Vivi from drinking poor Scraggly under the table, should we go ahead and head out?
Yeah, let's go find Nora. Because Scraggly would absolutely drink Vivi under the table.
What?
Oh, Aiden, I will fight you.
I'll turn you into a cow right now. I'll do it.
She'll do it.
He's grinning, like he is poking at her because it's hilarious at this point.
We don't all need to go find her.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and we can all go. Some of us can go ahead and go to the house.
Wait, are we gonna try and find Nora tonight?
No, this will be the end because I know that we have an actual stop time.
Oh, no, this
So.
was in
Yeah.
This was in
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
In the interest of potentially capturing Ainnash while he's still in a weakened state, it can't hurt to go ask.
I guess you're right.
We know he's still alive and
Yeah.
currently incapacitated.
Only problem is he's got a bunch of mushrooms around him and blights.
Blights, yeah.
Oh.
They were all small though, right?
I mean, from what Scraggly said, the ones immediately around him were pretty small.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, these were not big tree-sized blights, and, like, I showed you the picture that has a bunch of the myconids in it, but these are, like, small-sized creatures. These are not, like, the really big ones.
Okay.
It's just there's a lot of them.
Look, we got one more potion of enlargement, and I will take my goddamn mace and baton them like a baseball bat out of the way. Like, make way.
So just to ask in the meta sense, so is your plan to get her to scry him and then try to teleport to him?
If she can.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's worth a shot.
Because transport via plants is a high-level spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just tell you now, there's very little chance that she has that level of spell.
Okay.
Just so that you understand before you spend a week wondering about it. Like, I don't think she has spell slots that high. I will check right now just so that we don't go on a wild goose chase, but you can still ask her and it would make sense to. I just don't want you to spend a week expecting this and then it not happen. It is above her spell slots because I think transport via plants is a 6th level spell.
Yeah.
And she is not there.
Womp womp.
Anise, if it's all the same to you, I think I might just go ahead onto your parents' house.
Yeah, it's a long shot. Even finding her in all this chaos is a bit of a long shot tonight. But I think we have to try at least.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to go try, you can.
You need a rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you guys want to go on ahead, like, I can head to the house and start getting things ready for. I have no idea.
Well, there's.
It seems. It seems crazy to keep doing this when we all know that we're completely tapped out. I don't know. She's just. I'm gonna step outside for a few guys, and she's just gonna go step outside. Yep, she's outside.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't.
Honestly, I think it's crazy to keep going like this too. But if he gets a long rest, he could go anywhere and do anything.
That's my worry.
I mean, the chances are she can't teleport to him. Really, like, teleportation is really messed up right now, and the only kind that seems to be working is the plant kind, and I don't think Nora can do that yet. She could scry, and she might be able to have a little more insight than Mr. Magmar did about the area.
Well, I mean, it's not going to change how far you can see. It would only really matter if his location changed again, or if he's still in the same spot.
She might be able to identify the plants.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Part of the world he's in from that, but that's about it.
Which would be handy, at least.
But honestly, I think the sooner we go to sleep, the better, because he's got a couple hours on us now. He'll wake up all of them all faster with the ability to run away and do other things.
You have a point with that.
But at the same time, when we wake up, there'll be plenty of people that can scry on him, find a tree, go to him. We can round up a large amount of people that are all out for his blood, and not kill him.
That's the important part, right there. The not killing.
He seems to be very strong and scary, but he also, like, Grandpap is also very strong, but also weaker, and they seemed pretty evenly matched. So I think with numbers and the sheer strength of the druids here, not to mention the others, I think going ahead and having dinner and getting a rest is in our best interest.
Let's round up everybody then. And just head out.
And outside, Johnny sees Penelope kind of wiped. Like, you want to just turn invisible for a little bit?
I mean, I wish I could right now, but can't. It's probably a bad idea too.
I think they're burning at both ends, and they need to take a nap, whether or not they realize it.
And like before Johnny had come out, Penelope had just kind of like sat down and like basically is like sitting leaning against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I don't know, like today has felt like 20 freaking days all crammed into one, and I know personally I feel like I'm in over my head right now. And just like I get the importance of chasing him down, like I totally get it. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, because we kind of have to deal with him, but like even if he does get rest and get stronger, like chasing after him isn't going to help any of us until we can also get that rest. And just we're going to have more tools and more people to deal with him tomorrow. It's just been a very long day.
Yeah, that definitely tracks, honestly. There's a lot of bad people in the world all the time, and as long as Horseboy's carrying around a little bit of his blood, there's nothing to say that we couldn't just let the Rangers take care of it or something else either.
Yeah.
Even if he gets all of his strength back or whatever, he doesn't know when someone's going to come popping out of a tree and cold clock him, so sounds like we kind of have the advantage and can just take this at our pace.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the Kool-Aid Man jumped out of a tree and smacked me in the face, I'd be caught off guard too.
You know, same. Honestly, same.
I say we go have dinner, hang out with the family, embarrass Anise and Derek a little bit and get some sleep.
Yeah.
Also, we can bring Vivi, and that in and of itself should be pretty funny when she meets Anice's little trickster friend.
Oh my
no.
god. Oh my god. Holly is gonna love Evie so much. Oh my god. Oh no. Vivi's gonna adopt another unintentional sibling. Oh my god. Oh. Johnny, you're a genius.
I just want to watch this happen.
I mean, same. Oh.
I've also got a feeling that the one who really likes bugs is probably gonna have a fun time meeting Kwaku.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, yeah.
So I guess if we're matching them off, does Echo get the boy?
I guess?
I don't know. It doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun either way. Let's just sit back and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming to check on me, Johnny.
Oh, no problem. I mean, you went drudging through the water to find me just a few hours ago. That's how long today's been.
Oh my god, that was today. Ugh.
I say we sleep in tomorrow. We're not druids.
Yeah. Definitely not druids. Oof. We deserve a sleep in.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Real quick, Anise is gonna go back up to Sariel.
Okay.
Actually, would Anise know? Would Kim know? Does the sending stone? Is it like it sends to another stone, or does it let you cast sending?
It's synced up with another stone.
Okay, never mind. She is not going to do that then.
Technically, it only has a certain number of charges, but we're ignoring that so that druids work.
Okay.
Or so that the rangers work, because they don't have phones or walkie-talkies.
If it let you cast sending, she was gonna either send to Ainnash or have Aiden basically just wake him up, because if you get woken up in the middle of a long rest, you don't get the benefits of the long rest.
Oh, you're just going to use sending to be a dick?
That's right.
That's amazing.
I wanted you to. Damn it! You actually. Kim, stop being ahead of me. I mean, like not ahead, but like you stop thinking the same thing as me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sending is a really fun spell when you get creative with it.
I was like, don't let me short rest.
You just wait till someone's about four hours in, and then you just go boo, but 25 times.
It's too bad.
She was gonna be like, "Hey, Ainnash, wake up, you piece of shit. We're coming for you, and we're gonna take." I don't know what accent this is. We're gonna take away Luvia, and you're gonna be a little bitch.
Oh
So
my
wake
god.
up. No rest for you, bitch.
I'm crying because you're on a very similar page as me.
That's funny. Well,
It's okay.
unfortunately, it sounds like you don't have that option, so we'll just see what dinner brings us and all of these characters, and at some point the story will move forward.
For now.
But I think that's
Say
sufficient
that.
for here, because we hit the 3 hours on the stream, and I know some people have to go to work.
Yeah.
Some of us have to get up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, so we're going to call it for here. But this was fun times. We've gathered even more of your NPCs in one map now.
You
Oh,
don't
Yay.
have to bring Fit on.
Oh no,
Look.
he did.
Look, he's had a hard everything,
Uh-huh.
but
Poor guy. He
Everyone's
needs to
having a
play.
bad week. Except Johnny.
Take him to camp too.
Johnny's having the best week of her life right now.
she's doing a lot better now, and she only had to turn into a stone for a little while.
Yeah.
John just looks tired, and
Perpetually.
Soren lost his horse, and we've
Yeah.
been
What was that?
times, and
I
well,
mean, not all quest-giving NPCs can be happy.
Before we close up for the night, can I do one more thing?
oh
A
no.
teeny
Okay.
tiny- No, it's not an oh no.
Uh-huh. Go for it. Go. Do it.
I was just gonna say, like, before they go back inside, Penelope just gives Johnny a big ol' hug.
Mm.
Aw,
Yay.
she returns the hug.
Aww.
I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Penelope. You were definitely the best person I have ever met.
And then the doors swing open as everyone comes
Ah!
That's right. That's right. We're walking outside right as they say that. Can I perception to hear that she says the best person ever?
They are having their moment.
Let me just.
We'll end this session the same way, where it's like, just let them have this.
They've been through a lot, okay?
Touching moments not on our watch.
Bam!
Just kicks the door open like a meme.
Oh god. Let me just nat 20 that door again. Don't mind me.
Just
No more
Oh no. You having a moment.
Swamp.
We're not in a swamp, Anise. We're in a forest.
you should know this. You're a druid of the forest.
But yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So that was fun times. We will pick up next week. So
Oh.
good night, the internet.